Hello, pre-notification gang. Thanks to the resub G Fuel Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for the 25 gift subs, Hernandez, and the gift sub Turbo Killer. Thank you, man. What a way to start. Appreciate the generosity. God damn. Thank you, Hernandez. New Darman to catch up on. Yeah, I know. I know. We'll watch some Darman, probably. He's the Prime Rocket Cat and Tier 1 Garbage Delivery Man, and the Prime Slurpee. Nigga sub stole your dad. Did you play Phasmophobia? Yeah, I haven't played Phasmophobia in a while. Thanks the bits, Lucas. Thanks the resub Hoop Sparkly and Gorefinger. Thanks the Prime. Pharrell Plays. Nice, thanks the bits, not. What time is it here? 10 p.m. It's a casual little 10 p.m. Thanks the bits Crypto Chemist and Tier 1 Protector Caston and Tier 1 Jimbo Paul. And the gift sub airbag, lair bag. And the Tier 1 Our Dad is Hot. Watch the $5.5 million floating mansion. I'm pretty sure we've seen that, right? Isn't that the Australian one? No, I guess not. Thanks to the Prime. Din, Queeble, Jack, and there's some Cody Seuss. He's the Prime Cameron, and the resub Imprice. And the 5 gift subs, video games. Thanks, man. No more rich people stuff, only good stuff. I love these stupid fucking mansions. What do you mean? That shit's great. Like the golden bathroom? The fuck are you talking about? That shit's wonderful. There's the Tier 1 Ultra Poise. There's the Prime Dickley. And the Tier 1 Dinati. And the Tier 1 Hime. Hey, Peizichu. Thanks to the Prime Not Vendetti. TED Talk on Hot Ape. Thanks to Tier 1 Daddy Muffin and gift sub Jimbo Paul and the resub Boot in Toe. The Prime Stitch in Tier 1. Your Mom and My Toe. And the resub Toto. The Prime Obama but Gamer. Watch the rest of Steve Will Do It. What, did the third part come out? Let's see. No. Third part's not out yet. Thanks to resub Unoriginal Victor, Norp, and Galaxy Glitch. And Exian. When the third part comes out, though, absolutely. Hey, Moki. Huge congrats. Yesterday was wonderful, Moki. You did incredible. Thanks to the Prime Lavender, Spent, and Tier 1 Tactical Calculated, Gift Sub Demon, and Resub Blossom, and Julian. I know Common Writer. And thank you to Big 50 Noble. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Noble. We'll do some shitty games pretty soon. I just didn't feel like doing shitty games tonight. Thanks to resub Kroghost and the Bits Emperor of Australia. I want to see this floating mansion.
Welcome to South Beach.
So it's just like a little boat that you push out there.
Co-founder of Houseshed Living, and we at the R Cup. What is it? A house or a yacht? Well, you can certainly call it a
Tier 1
yacht,
Ronte and Tier 1 Wizard.
But it is truly the first livable, luxury, sustainable yacht in the world, which is independent of electricity.
It's like those little garbage rafts,
panels on the roof, and we can
like the garbage barge.
Kilowatt in our battery packs, which is
This guy looks like John Cena playing a character.
Air condition, also to drive this yacht and for all the hydraulic system. What also makes it one of the kind in the world is, right now it's lifted. I can push a button and we can right now go about another 18 feet, which would truly help in case
He's the Prime Feral Grizzly in the resub, Alpa and Eisen.
Done by code up to 155 miles an hour. It makes it truly
the
not
Phantom Bow from Battlefield 4.
The R Cup is 4,350 square feet of living space. It has 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath, and sleeps very comfortably.
Is there any marble here?
So this house yacht is on the market for $5.5 million.
I haven't seen any marble yet. This looks like a giant sack of shit.
And this is the ultimate outside living area. So you can actually have alone 55 people alone on the outside.
This is the Prime Nighthawk and Tanner.
The best part of it, when
the
we
Bits
drive
Emperor.
it, we actually fold the side glasses
Valentine's.
down, and
Valentine's.
the entire deck slides right into the hall. So the extendable deck gives you another 12 feet and 455 square feet of living space. Here's one of the 4 piling systems.
Show me something cool. This is pretty underwhelming.
See, we already finished bathroom.
Give me something wild so it floats. Big deal.
But obviously.
Where's the golden bathroom?
Measure how much batteries. All right, only if you continue to really
Garbage. Actual garbage. Pathetic. Thanks to Tier 1 Bean Dip Boy and the resub Rosa, Hydra, and the gift sub Lair Bag. Yeah, they didn't really have anything, Muff. Yeah, I've seen the one. The $500 million mansion. Oh, thank you the Big 10 gift subs Croto. Resub Dino Troll. Thank you, Crow. And thank you the 5 gift subs Butter. Thank you, man. Appreciate the generosity, Crow and Butter. I've seen that video, the no one. Thanks to the Prime, Maddie, and Cannibal Corpse. And the resub Chef. And Cubby and the gift sub Lair Bag again. The Serena Williams house tour. Oops. Serena Williams' new home with a trophy room and art gallery.
Hello, AD. Welcome to my home. Come on in.
It's me, Charlie. Thanks for inviting me. So does she have like a wacky house, or why'd you recommend it? You just a Serena Williams fan?
So welcome to my home.
He's Tier 1
Been designing
Shyster and
this
2
house
gifts
for
of
a
Slump
really, really
and Prime
long
Sam
time.
and
I actually
Gunhead.
worked with my sister Venus. She has an interior design company called V-Star Interiors, and it's really cool because she loves doing it, and she has some amazing people that work with her that was able to kind of get inside my brain and pick.
I want to say this is a really cool chair. Like, I don't think this is practical. This doesn't look comfortable. You're just sitting on like a bunch of little, whatever these are, what, like balls or something? Little legs? It's like a bunch of little Elmo legs sticking out, but I love the design. It's like a festering blister. Oh, this actually is Elmo's. Is it? Oh my god, these are eyes in the nose. It is Elmo's. Wait, that's fucking cool. Take it back. That's the best goddamn chair I've ever seen. That's some Ed Gein shit.
Brain and show you.
She's like the Ed Gein of Sesame Street.
Most homes actually have a formal living room, and I didn't want to lose that aspect, but I also didn't want a formal living room.
Like there's some Lancer, Tristan, Rondog, Weezer, and Tier 1 Croto.
And I love, you know,
Prime
all
Boogie,
kinds of like artists.
Resub Sizzle,
I find it really
and
cool.
Dionysus.
So I was like, what if I had a formal living room, but instead of it being a living room, it's called an art gallery. So this is our gallery. It actually starts from the front door. This piece is one of my favorite pieces. It's from Radcliffe Bailey. I have a few pieces of his. I think it's called the Astro because this is actually a rock from the moon. So that's really cool. Sometimes when I feel like I want to go to space, I just touch that little guy. So that's
yeah, but that's not the same
it's a really
experience.
Fantastic wide piece for the entrance of the foyer. And then we have our gallery. So we kind of walk in, a little bit of Cause chair.
Wait, the Elmos are dead.
Stuff. This is a Leonardo Drew.
Jesus Christ.
Another Radcliffe Bailey. These doors are actually from Nepal, which is really cool. My favorite piece, not really my favorite piece, but this is actually my art. I do art, and I paint, and
These are the
really
Resub Good Deal and Razzle Dazzle.
This
the
is a
Tier
really
1
cool piece with it's a needle actually.
Nintendo, Resub
So
Arbiter.
it's kind of like a 3D piece, which is really cool. Of course, I felt like a living room needs a library, a little bit of a library.
Oh, of course,
here,
of course.
and also needs a piano. I wanted.
Do you
a piano
have The
that
Outsiders?
My daughter would be able
That was
to
my
play,
favorite book.
But I didn't want it to be so heavy, and I was like, "Is there like a clear see-through
Thank
piano?"
you again,
that
Croto, for the
we can
gift
find?
subs.
So V-Star was really helpful with getting everything together.
There's Resub Otis and Organic.
So really, that's our gallery. The gallery kind of extends a little bit on the sides. I have a Titus Kafour piece, which I'm super excited about. That's coming soon. So the gallery is actually not close to being done, but it's.
Well, yeah, you're
it's
missing
work in
my
progress, and
portraits.
I think galleries are always work in progress.
I do
There's
incredible
always
portraits, and I
art
don't see any
pieces
here.
that's coming and that's being exchanged and that's being figured out. So it's really fun. Come on, I'm going to show you my trophy room. Oh, this is some of my favorite pieces. These two girls, just to go back to the gallery, these two girls actually represent myself and my sister. This one's me because I'm super complicated, but maybe it's Venus because she's way more complicated than me. I'm pretty simple, so we'll say this one's Venus. And these are actually done by Brendan Marshall, who's a wonderful, wonderful artist. I have some art upstairs by him as well. Really kind of modern, cool vibes, which I really love.
So it's just
okay. Now I'm going to show you the.
It's just you two doing handstands, then? Like, what do you? I don't understand. Is there like a message behind it?
But here are
that is a lot of trophies. Oh, she's even got my logo in here. Ah, so she's a fan. You in the chat, Serena. Good taste.
And then some really cool pieces that really mean a lot to me.
I own Water Drops. It's copyrighted.
I don't keep a lot of my Grand Slam
I'm gonna have to sue her
here.
now.
I do see an Australian Open trophy. Oh, wait. There's a U.S. Open trophy. Okay. Here's one. Oh, that's 2002. Okay.
There's the Resub Croesus, Mythic, and
this
the Gift Sub
like
Stage.
one.
It's coming along great,
I'm
Rip.
so bad with trophies. Is this one? Let's see.
So you think that's a weapon? It sounds familiar. Thank you for the bits.
Yep,
I'll check it out.
This is Roland Garros, the French Open. Clearly, I don't have a lot of those, so I can't tell you. That one. I only have 2 or 3. I don't even remember. 2, 3. Let's see. Oh, this is the Australian Open. Now all you all need me to
Hey,
show you
Amaris,
the
thank you for the big 10
Wimbledon,
gift
but I don't
subs,
think I
man.
have
Good to see
Wimbledon
you.
here.
Hope you're doing well.
Do I have one? Oh, I do. This is our Wimbledon trophy.
Thank you, Amaris.
Lots of cool details and names. My sister's name is in here like 6 or 7 times, which is crazy. Oh, here's another Wimbledon trophy. I'm so bad with this. So this is what it was like when you first won Wimbledon. You got a small trophy. And
That's a really
then
weird trophy. It's like a little
been
shield.
like 4 or 5 years since I won Wimbledon, and I understand they moved it to the bigger one. So this is like early 2000s, and this is like, I don't know, 2010, 12. I don't know when I won. Here's
Looks
another
like a
Australian
plate.
Open. I won that one a few times. Yeah, I see a second place trophy, but I'm gonna put that one in the trash.
These
Shouldn't be
trophies aren't very cool.
We don't keep
Pretty
second
plain.
place. So if anyone ever told you I'm vain, then they're lying, and I showed them my office. I have no vanity about me. My office is always extremely messy because I have so much stuff. and I
Pretty cool
realized that
office.
I probably should have made a bigger office, but I was like, I don't work that much at home. But it's really a fantastic space. I kind of like it snug because I can get so much work done. I
Makes
always
it
keep
give
it
sub-
super
Prime
warm
Loch
in here,
Ness.
which I love. This is my office. This
Have
is where
Serena join
a
Moist
lot of
Esports.
things happen, a lot of meetings happen, and
I mean, yeah,
great
if
stuff.
she's
But
interested,
the
we
greatest
can
stuff
talk.
happens in my karaoke room, so I'm going to show you that right now. I wanted a lot of detail
Easy
on
to
the
give
wall. I
subs.
wanted like really cool
Chill.
surprise elements in the house. So each room has really different surprise elements. You kind of have to be here
Makes
to
it tier
look
one
at it and
Tubman.
see it closely. But this is actually a wallpaper
The
that's like a
resub
3D
mist.
wallpaper, so there's texture to it. So when you feel it, you can feel all this cool
Kinda looks like
texture
cat
that
litter.
comes with it.
I wouldn't have done a
Media
textured
room
wallpaper.
and our bar and our club room
that's
is
just
all
me.
in one. I didn't want like a movie theater room because I'm like, I just don't want to sit and watch movies, but I wanted like something that was super functional. So when I was talking to V-Star, I was like, listen team, I want something really functional that can
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Alright, I'm back. Give me one sec. Thanks for some Galaxy Moth, Mr. Clean, Zarius, and Baron. Her husband is the co-founder of Reddit. Thanks for some nice guy. What? Oh, she's married to Alexis? Nice. Hold on. Okay, now I'm ready. Exit Prime Sentinel. And herbs. and Redius.
Work as like a karaoke place, so
Resub.
they gave me a little bit of a stage.
Nematode.
Me and Olympia sing on it often. And these chairs are actually super functional. I got them in Europe.
Did Serena
They
call?
twist 360.
No,
and
it's my
they
dad
actually
talking about
go back
football.
completely, which is really important to me. Popcorn machine is what we
Thanks,
use most in this
Resub
house. I actually would love some popcorn now, but I'm gonna try to refrain. And my husband actually got all the liquor because I told him that I want some really cool liquor bottles, and he got all these really amazing liquor bottles on display that
They are very cool.
we really never drink, but maybe one day we'll crack one open. We'll see. And my kitchen's
Is it
super
Brian?
busy right now. You guys came when my daughter's
Fate-
playing.
Fate,
and
you said?
so- well, you can see pictures of my kitchen in the Architectural Digest magazine. So it's really fun. I love this
Yeah, I
space.
do watch
love
him, of
living
course,
here.
Vicious.
Grab the magazine to see all the rest of it.
Well, that was pretty underwhelming. Why did you want me to see that so badly? There wasn't really anything goofy in there. Except for the dead Elmo chair. There's the prime ass muncher. Okay, so what was it? You call that a weapon? Let me check that out first, and then I'll look up whatever the flirting thing is. Well, that didn't work. Thanks, resub in 5-6. Oh, so you think that's a weapon? I got that wrong. This? Thanks to the bits Turbo Killer and the resub Wordmeister and the Prime DKR.
So, how y'all doing? It's
Hey,
Jared.
hey Jared.
Which one of these things doesn't belong? Right? I want to just talk about this thought process that I keep hearing, right? And there's two sides of it. You hear that knives aren't weapons, right?
What?
They're tools, and they can be used as weapons. Much like this hammer here, which can be used as a blunt impact weapon. Pretty easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty efficient one. And then there's the other side of it that says that knives are weapons that can be used as tools, right? The first one is
We're getting
definitely
real
more
existential.
common, but I don't think either are quite accurate.
Thanks to Prime
Because you
Rick
have to
and the
think about the
resub.
knife. You actually have
No.
to think about the design of the knife. This Benchmade
I like Backwater
319
Gospel.
right
I've
here
seen it like 3 times.
is, yes, it can be used as a weapon. This can be used as definitely a deadly weapon in the right hands, in the wrong hands, I guess. But it wasn't designed that way. The design aspect behind this knife really wasn't going towards weapon. That really wasn't. That isn't what this knife was designed.
What is
for.
so? What am I learning?
This, on the other hand, is a Benchmade SOCP dagger. And this was primarily designed as a weapon. That was the idea behind it. That was the whole strategy in actually manufacturing this knife. It was as a self-defense knife.
Is there some magical bonbon?
Around it. But most knives fall somewhere
Thanks,
in the
Psych.
middle. They give you the kind of the best of both worlds. This is paramilitary too from Spider Color. You can see it here. This is going to work as a cutting implement, and it's also going to be a pretty effective weapon if need be. In the right hands. Same thing with this Kurosawa Blur right here.
Is this just a showcase of
effective
some knives he
weapon,
has?
at the
What
same
am I
time,
what am I
it's a very
watching?
effective cutting tool. So I think you actually have to take the design of the knife into consideration. You can't just say all knives are weapons and all knives are tools. It's just not accurate because knives can be art pieces, they can be sporting implements, they can be collector's items, they can be tools, they can be weapons, and the really cool thing about knives
What about the hammer?
is most of them will do all of those jobs. They won't do it as well, but they'll still do it. How sick is that? Y'all have a go on.
I feel like I have learned absolutely nothing. I walk away from this video with the exact same perspectives. Knives are sharp. Like that's really what it boils down to. I don't know what the takeaway was. And with sharp objects, you can cut someone or you can cut something. Like that didn't change anything. I don't understand. It was just like showing me some knives he has, I guess. All right. Thanks to the resub Ryan and Sodden Socks. Thanks to the bits Yogurt, Zeus, and Kryptonite. Of course, I've seen Goofy's trial. Okay, what was the other thing? Is the Prime just lucky? Oh yeah, the art, hot ape art of what? TED Talk. The science of flirting being a hot ape? The fuck is this? Alright. Well, that was informative. She will be responsible for a few cases somewhere. Alright. Well, that was awesome. There's a tier 1 Kuho. Moki got first and Goblin got second. So it was a big day yesterday for Moist Esports. Thanks to the resub Doom Bucket. Have you seen the $17.5 million estate with a go-kart track? No, I haven't. I'll check it out, I'm sure. With a go-kart track and bowling alley. Wow.
It's a beautiful day in Tampa, Florida, and we welcome you to the Oak.
Oh, Tampa?
One of the most significant homes to be built in the state of Florida in the last 100 years.
Look at that.
It's situated on Lake Winona-Sassa, the largest lake in our county. This French Normandy house consists of 6 bedrooms, 8 full baths. We have a collector's garage that will blow.
Wait, who lives here? The mayor?
10-mile jogging track plus an electric go-kart pathway.
Holy shit.
We have a retro diner.
Oh my
a
God.
72-foot outdoor pool, a beautiful pool house, and a 2-story boat dock where you can keep all of your toys and entertain. What I think you'll love the most about this house is that it's grand as well as comfortable. This amazing property is on the market for $17,500,000.
Who the fuck could possibly live here?
Let's go take a look.
I guess like a drug dealer, maybe.
We are now in the grand salon. To me, this is the most elegant room in the house. What I love about this room is the pillow top limestone floors. You have arched ceilings that were inspired from their trip to Versailles. We have gold leaf inlays and chalk painted walls.
Oh, sweet
and you
Steltex.
just can't beat these views. You have several doors that go outside, and we overlook the
Football
lake.
player? Our athletes don't even
Pool
live
house,
here.
the croquet lawn.
Well, at least not
This
all
house
the time.
truly has so much to offer you. I can't wait to show you the rest.
I mean, yeah, this place looks
Traditionally,
cool.
They call this the men's lounge, but anybody
Oh, a football
can
player
walk
does
into
live
this
here.
Space. It has it all. From the entertainment bar over there, we have Sub-Zero wine chillers, sitting area where anyone could curl up with a good book. In this room, you also have a drop-down projector screen and electric shade, so this will be the ultimate theater. The homeowners have used this space to have a Super Bowl party. So what they've done is they've moved this furniture out and they have actually set up bleachers. Notice the
Looks like an
hair-flowing
escape room.
French oak hand-scraped floors. Beautiful
Like a game of
millwork
Clue.
throughout. Personally, I love the circular sofa. You really don't see
Here's
these
a
in
Prime
many houses.
ED5.
The
It gives
attention
some
to
Big
detail
Boss.
in this room to make it comfortable and warm is absolutely stunning. There's so much more to see. Let's go to the kitchen.
All right, I'm coming, Dina. Slow down. Jesus Christ, fucking zooming.
I am obsessed with this kitchen. If you like to cook, this is the kitchen you will want to be in. It was designed around this imperial blue granite that you will see. on
Granite,
the island.
not marble?
It's
What the
also
fuck?
on the backsplash. The jewelry of the kitchen is this
$17.5 million and no marble in this bitch?
vaulted range. That to me is a dream to cook on. Another feature that I love is that there is a catering kitchen that they use when they have parties. There's 2 chill drawers over there, and we also have a wolf oven and Sub-Zero refrigerator and freezer.
Nice.
This room exudes tons of warmth. You have wood beam ceilings, you have a limestone fireplace, and then this custom hook rug is one of a kind.
Stupid rug.
This is one of the most
Don't care.
comfortable rooms in
Show me the
house.
go-karts.
Before we see more, I want to take you to someplace special.
Thanks, resub Ian
We
from
are
the
now
Prime
standing
Greed.
in the owner's private garden. It is just off the family room, and it is used year-round. It truly is a special oasis where you can be outside all the time. Only
Man, we
the
are not
best
spending
of
much
the
time
best
here.
was used
Goddamn.
in this house. And this room is absolutely
The owner gave him 5
spectacular.
minutes.
I want to point out the Gracie wallpaper panels. These are all hand-painted panels. Note the oranges on the trees throughout. When they purchased this property, it was all orange groves. We have the French oak hand-scraped floors. This time we have them in a Versailles pattern. Also note the ceiling treatment from the crown moldings to the decorative
Looks cool.
medallions, and then these 3 amazing light fixtures that
Back
they
for blood when it
collected
drops?
during their
I don't know if
travels.
I'll play
This
it.
room is great for formal
I haven't
events as well as
decided yet.
informal events.
I usually play like every new game, but I played the beta for that
now,
twice
we are on
and
the
just got
ground
really
level
tired of it.
The house. This is the entertainment wing, and this truly has everything covered. From a space to do karaoke, we have car simulators. We
That's
have the
pretty
retro
fucking
diner,
cool.
We got billiards, and now we'll
Whoever
go
lives
to
here
my
knows how to
favorite room in
fucking
the house,
party.
and I mean it this time.
This is pretty fucking
I
cool.
love to bowl,
Holy
so
shit.
I love being down here when I'm in the house. As you can see, we have a pull-down screen that comes down so you can watch the game. And then my favorite thing, if you don't have bowling shoes, guess what we have over here?
Oh
We
my
have your
God.
friends and family bowling shoe rack.
Honestly, one of the worst throws I've ever seen in my life, Dina. You didn't
We're
even spin
now
it.
in the wellness wing of the house, and I am standing in the gym. Who wouldn't want to have their own gym? Through those doors, we have an indoor therapy pool that can be hot or chilled. We have a massage room and a dry sauna.
I am not able to take it all in,
This
Dina.
room
We're
is
going too
so
fast.
large, you can actually hear the echo. This garage can hold up to 20 cars.
She's not wrong.
It is absolutely drop dead one of the coolest rooms in this house. And in it, we have all these beautiful cars. We have a vintage World War II aircraft. This space has been used for weddings. These doors over here
For
open
weddings?
up into 256,000 antique bricks, and so there's another courtyard out there. This really is the space for any car enthusiast, because not only do we have this 20-car garage, but the main house has 7 car garages also.
Jesus Christ. This place is
Now
actually
standing
pretty
in the
cool.
owner's suite. It really is comprised of 6 different areas. The sitting area, the owner's bedroom, and plus there's 2
These are the prime
private
priority.
bathrooms and closets. In this room, though, you have the French oak hand-scraped floors, and please note all the attention to detail in the trim work that's
I'm not going to
taking
note
place
that. I
in the
don't care
marble
about it.
glass
Show me the
chandelier.
go-karts.
We are now in one of the owner's closets, and I have to tell you, they don't make them like this all the time. 2-story boutique closet is the only way I can describe this.
There's the
Right
bitch
through
potato.
those doors
And, no, I don't
is
think
a
so.
circular staircase that is a secret entrance into the sewing craft room.
Good question,
Plus
Goose. I don't
some
know.
additional
A
bedrooms.
million? Thanks to
This
resub
is
balls.
one of the children's bedrooms. There's a total of 6 bedrooms in the main house. If I had to pick a guest room, this would be the one that I would pick. Not only because of the bathroom and the closet, but because of the views that it has of the lake, the pool, and the boathouse.
This place is
Behind
fucking
me
wild.
sits the 72-foot pool that can be heated and chilled. And in Florida,
Well, I would
you
hope
may
so.
need
It's a
chilled
pool.
It has fountains, LED lights. Behind me also is the pool house that has a big dining area and state-of-the-art appliances. Behind that, we have a fire pit, and then we have a 2-story boathouse.
Thanks for the 5 gift
that
subs, Art.
has a
Dude,
deck
appreciate it,
on
man.
top
Thanks
for
for some
entertaining, as well as
key doc.
jet ski slips and boat slips. We are standing down by the lake, but I really wanted you to see the back of the house from this view. 36,000 square feet of Texas limestone was
Jesus
used.
Christ.
When they put this property together,
This is
what
even
they
part of a
did is they
neighborhood? It
made
looks like
all the different
completely in the
structures
middle
have
of
a little bit
nowhere.
a different exterior to make it look like
You
it
bought
was
all of
built
the
over
Nada
an
Salsa.
extended period of time. It is an absolutely stunning property. We are now in the 2-bedroom, 2-story guest house. It has a full kitchen, and upstairs you have 2 bedrooms, plus you have the open balcony that has the Chippendale railings. To top it all off, you have gorgeous views of the lake, and believe me, your company will not want to leave.
Yeah, it looks like they can't leave. Like, it looks like you own the entire
Thank you for
spot.
joining us on our tour
Where are they
of
gonna
Lotus
go?
Estate in Tampa, Florida. It's
completely fenced in.
One of Florida's most significant homes to be built this century. We have the main house with the bowling alley and entertainment center. We have the 2-story guest house, the collector's car garage for up to 20 cars. We have jogging tracks. We have race car tracks. We
They didn't even
have
show me the
2-story
fucking
boathouse.
go-karts.
Everything to live the Florida lifestyle here.
That was
All
the thing
of
I was
this is
most
on the market.
interested in. That's probably one of the cooler things we've seen, though. Actually, not garbage. Thanks to the resub money bags and Rico's and the Prime Upbeam. Yeah, that's nice, but why? I don't know. If you're just a billionaire. Hey, Donut. Thanks for the resub, man. Hope you're doing well. That was sweet. Thank you, man. Thanks for the resub, sup, Mike. Thanks to the Prime. Nebula. New Resident Evil trailer for what, their TV show or whatever. New Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City in theaters November 24th. Actually, I'll check this out. Tiana showed me this. This is like a Operation Raccoon City 1 and 2 put into a movie, right? It's probably gonna be garbage.
Come on. Every story has a beginning.
Yeah, I hate that line already. Hold on. Is this a fan project or something? Let me look it up. Thanks for your sub, Carlo, Jeebus, and the Prime Startled. Who made this? This is a $40 million production. Jesus Christ. I mean, like, no shit, every story has a beginning. That's the whole point of a story.
Discover the origin of evil.
Why are you back here, Claire? Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not true now.
We need to expose Umbrella. Watch this.
I'm afraid, Claire. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to this town. You see, Umbrella, they had an incident. I'm talking Chernobyl.
This is
I mean.
very silly so
People are
far.
getting sick.
But this looks like it'll be so bad it's
The world
good.
know what's really going on.
Thanks to the Resub Gallagher.
We have to contain this.
Shall we go?
Never, I'm sold. This looks good.
What were Umbrella doing here?
This is where they're experimenting on him.
There better be a He-Man reference. Who? Is this supposed to be taken seriously or not? I can't tell.
What the?
I'm pretty excited for this now. I thought this was gonna be like forgettably shitty. This looks like so bad it's good.
We're gonna take Umbrella down.
Whoa, I'm hyped. I'm pretty fucking excited. This is Sony Pictures. This looks so bad. Like, even just visually, like, you'd think they'd nail like the CGI or something, but the dogs and everything here just look awful. This is exciting. You don't really get big budget productions that kind of fucking suck that bad. That'll be fun. Mark the calendar, baby. We got a stinker coming in. Here's the Prime Oblivion, and the resub Rage Camel. And 999Q and Perspecculate. Some of this was filmed in your city. Hey, congrats. That's fucking huge, man. Sorry to hear that for your city, though. Thanks for resub, Danny. CR6 Rabbit Hole, a lost 90s internet show. We watched that, I'm pretty sure. It was pretty underwhelming. Thanks to the tier 1 turbo button. Lion King Defender Siren. This. This is pretty cool. Okay. Thanks to resub this place. And the bits cringe kitty. Inspirational advice from a 10-year-old. Alright. Thanks for some fingers and fellatio enthusiast. This just looks like it was supposed to be like a real TED Talk or something. Hassan watched it. This is literal child abuse. What? You talking about the... Yeah, well, I don't think he's talking about the Darman video. Apparently Darman kills a kid in this. I've heard about it. He's become very self-aware now, which is good for him. I think that's very smart. But it makes it less enjoyable for me. I never like when an artist becomes self-aware. He's a tier 1 MIT. Grant Cardone is an excellent rabbit hole. Who is Grant Cardone?
I'm getting ready to go in and do a meeting for my sales team. They're on the...
What am I looking at? This 13-year-old kid made $1,800 on my stage in 2 minutes. Is the only thing he does is bring children up on his stage and give them money? Like, what the fuck is this?
What advice would you have to give to someone young like me, and what can I start doing now?
First of all, you're doing the right thing being here. Give him a hand for just being there. Huh? And
This
now
is
what we
weird.
got to do, bro, you got to leverage your age. How old are you?
13.
You're a killer, bro. You're a killer. You need a target, okay? I want to give you a target of like, how much are you going to make this year?
I have no idea.
$0.
There
You're
you go.
13.
That's the problem, okay? I'm going to give this guy a target of $10,000 between now and the end of the year. I need you to produce $10,000 worth of income. You got 5 months to do it. It's $2,000 a month, $500 a week,
Jesus Christ.
$80 a day. What's your business going to be?
Repairing phones.
What you repair
That's the
phones with?
worst business.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, listen. Listen here. That is the worst business you could have chosen. Apple and most major cell phone companies are doing their best to fuck the third-party repairs. I love where your heart's at, right? I love that. But you chose the worst possible fucking business right off the get-go. You're not gonna reach Grant's numbers, and he's gonna kill you, right? So let's choose something a little more manageable. Let's go with TikTok. All right, let's start there, and then we branch off at TikTok, take some sponsor deals on TikTok, and you might just get there. But third-party repair, that's dead. Apple has done everything to fuck it.
What kind of phones?
Still. All of them.
How many of you want to help this guy out with his new business venture, okay? There you go. There you go. Here's 20. Here's another customer, dude. Here's another customer. Here's 20. Here's 60. Here's 100. There's 100. He's going to make more money today than some of you are going to make this year. So how much is this?
A lot.
Nice.
This is not a lot. It's a lot of money to you right now. I tell you what I'm going to do. If you can show me this money by the end of the year, I will double it. I'm guaranteeing you a double. All you got to do is show me this money December 31st. What could you do today to guarantee yourself? Think creatively.
Just put it in a safe, I guess.
We're partners now, okay? All right, I got your money. Call me back on December 31st. You want it back? Your choice. You want it now? You trust yourself or you trust me?
You.
Okay.
What
okay.
am I
He's guaranteed
watching?
to double like that.
What was that supposed to teach me? I just watched an actual scam. What happened? All right, that was cool. Thanks to Resub Hakma and Donkey. Hey Gothic. Thanks to Resub Gothic. Diddy Edie? I remember Marcel. Yeah, pretty much, Jomo. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Thanks to the bits, Toothache. True Toothache. 18 former NBA players arrested in fraud scheme. Oh, you just reminded me of something. Thanks for the Prime, Steve. I wanted to look up this case that someone brought up, I think it was yesterday. YouTuber Omi and a Hellcat could face 500 years in prison for a $30 million piracy scam. I wanted to look that up. Omi and a Hellcat 9. Does anyone have like a summation here, maybe? Surprised YouTubers aren't talking about this. Surprised the flashy lifestyle was from theft. Omi and a Hellcat speaks out after arrest in federal piracy case.
So, do you mind if we do a quick one? What's going on? So.
Oh, he's vlogging it too, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, you want to put that down? Yeah.
Hey, he's on the grind.
Tell me what happened yesterday.
Yeah,
the FBI came in.
For the first time, the first time you guys came here, everybody said that it was bull crap.
Right. So just tell me what happened.
Nothing. They just came in. They ran straight up to the ring, and they put a blue tape on the ring so we couldn't see. But
thanks for your sub, Mango and Cole and Trillo.
So they came back for the things that they alleged that I did, the copyright infringement, which I don't think I ever did anything wrong. Obviously, I was running businesses wide open in the public. So now we just got to see. We're going to have our day in court now. So finally, I get to not be depressed, not be stressed out anymore.
Yeah, court should be fun, I guess.
Was this arrest a relief for you?
It was 100% a relief because I didn't know what was going on for 2 years. No answers, no nothing. Depressed. A lot of depression comes behind this. They don't know, man. When they do things like this, they take people's livelihoods.
Thanks for your sub, Asmodeus.
This is sort of a big relief for me. Obviously.
You look like you're doing pretty good.
Oh, and look, they said that everything that I've done was criminally. And back again, we're back to flourishing again with other business ventures, which means that, I've always done something right, I just feel like, I found a loophole. I ran through it, and I did great. There's other colleagues of mine that are in the same...
The feds are known to appreciate loopholes.
They never got in trouble with the FBI. They're right now, they're getting sued by DirecTV, and the FBI never had any interest in them. And, that's my question to them. Like, how come my colleagues get to run off of $200-300 million, and I was the only one targeted out of it? Maybe it's because, we were probably driving down the 95, and they looked over, they make 70 grand a year. Who the hell is this fat guy driving a Lambo?
You said two things in a video. Mm-hmm. You said you're prepared to go to jail. Is that still the case?
500 years, though?
If the jurors could find that I did anything wrong, because I believe I seek counsel in this matter. And I actually sat in one of my divorce proceedings, and I sat there and told my lawyer, am I doing anything wrong? Because if I am, I'll quit now. He looked at me in my face in front of my ex-wife and said, Omar, what you're doing is not illegal. So in my heart, what I felt
that was a divorce lawyer, Omar.
This was wide open.
Why would you ask a divorce lawyer about copyright infringement?
It kind of sucks.
Second thing you said in one of your videos, you always make money. What's next for you?
Opening the biggest brand in the world right now, reloadedmerch.com, and we're doing fantastic.
Thanks for your sub, Kill Gannon.
Great group of people to follow us, and I've always been an advocate of positivity. You'll never see me advocate anything other than positivity. So, what happens is supposed to happen, and, God bless everyone.
So just to be crystal clear, the indictment that came down today, you're saying you're completely innocent of those?
Not completely innocent would be a false statement. Now, ignorance is no excuse for the law. I tried.
You should just say I'm completely innocent. I think it might have helped.
I found that when they were trying to file my taxes, they were filing them wrong. Should I have done a little faster? Of course, 100%. But do I think that I blatantly just ran away from the law and
hey, congrats, Dole.
None of that.
Thanks for your sub, Chazzy. I'm glad to hear about your dream internship, man. Glad you got it.
Law, so maybe I should have gotten on those things a lot faster. But at the end of the day, what I've done, I never did anything wrong.
Finally, what do you want to say to all your hundreds of thousands of followers now?
Hold tight, and and any entrepreneur that's doing anything right now, this can be you. If you think you're doing the right thing, and obviously you're on a great, just always check with a good lawyer, maybe 2 or 3 of them. That's all I had.
So based on what I glanced at from the case, He was running a site where you could pay a monthly subscription fee to watch pirated movies and shit. It's not exactly like something most people like find themselves in a position of, I don't think. So it's more of like a unique one, I would say. Doesn't seem like any YouTubers are covering it other than like this from a year ago, and I want more up-to-date information. He's saying Omi and a Hellcat didn't steal anything, the feds are just embarrassed. I don't know what to believe. Thanks for the resub, Kyle. Oh, that's good to hear then, Gothic. I hope you enjoyed them. I don't know, Grand. Let me see, though. I'm trying to get more up-to-date shit. So he had a streaming platform where he'd stream TV shows. From March 2016 till November 2019, he and his partners earned more than $30 million. Money he used to buy large homes and fast cars, which he flaunted on social media. He faces a maximum of 514 years in jail. He has publicly admitted to running a streaming business known as Internet Protocol Television Service, but he has long maintained that it was not doing anything illegal. I found a loophole, I ran through it, and I did great. Well, what's the loophole? I'm beyond curious. What the fuck is the loophole? I discovered I can put Breaking Bad on my website for free if I just don't ask anybody. Well, for free is wrong. I can put Breaking Bad on my website and charge for it as long as I don't ask anybody. Thanks to resub Faye and Pips in the Prime Skuldan and King Will. God, no one gives like actual not inside information, the wrong word, more detailed info about it. It's just he ran a streaming service and he's getting arrested for it. I'd like a little bit more. I would have expected YouTubers to be talking about it. I think this is just a news segment, but here, I'll check.
The FBI raided popular YouTuber Omi and a Hellcat's house last week. Given the size of the team sent in for the raid, you would think Omi was a drug kingpin running a violent and criminal enterprise. This same situation happened in late 2019 when the Fed seized millions of dollars from Omi's bank accounts and 30 of his cars.
Peek in the Prime Marcus.
Banged on the door. I said, "What is for?" I'm at the steps. My whole house is glass. I'm like, "What is it for?" And they're like, "Gears TV." And I'm like, "What the?" It was about 30
guns and everything.
Yeah, but meanwhile they're there. They were here. They were at every location you could think of. Just taking away cars.
Now that he's been indicted on more than 60 counts of violating numerous laws, I have a feeling Omi is going to have a difficult time meeting all of the charges. He's been complaining in YouTube videos about his cars getting taken from him without realizing the irony of the situation, since his cars were purchased from taking content from others. To understand the major charges being thrown Omi's way, we must start with this article from torrentfreak.com. Senator Tom Tillis has announced a new bill that will criminalize streaming piracy. Unlike similar legislation that was proposed in the past, the new Protecting Lawful Streaming Act of 2020 specifically focuses on commercial pirate platforms. Until streaming hit the mainstream, file sharing was the biggest fear for copyright holders, as it was the most popular way of illegally sharing music, movies, and other forms of content. Torrents. Copyright law hadn't been updated to protect copyright holders from illegal streams. Under US law, streaming and file sharing are seen as two different offenses, not just from a technical point of view, but
instead of someone spitting facts, how about someone spitting opinions? Omi and a Hellcat didn't steal anything and the feds are embarrassed. Let me hear this.
I hope this man beats the case.
Thanks, you said Mitchell. He's going through like news articles and shit. I don't want
How's
that. I want to hear.
Doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the federales indicting Omi and the Hellcat, who was a very well-known YouTuber, on a $30 million TV piracy scam. Now, you may know who he is, maybe you don't, but I do. I've been following this case for at least about 2 or 3 years now, Russian. And I want to cover it because it exemplifies how big the government is, but how inefficient they are, how they're operating on very old laws, but then want to punish guys based on those old laws, although they can't. And they also kind of get embarrassed because they can't get you on the old laws, so they're trying to make an example out of you. You're on YouTube, flashy, got all kind of money, cars and whatnot. That's not what they like. So I think this is an unjust case.
Wait, what do you mean?
Especially in the way they're trying to make it appear to be on the mainstream media. Now, before I go any further, let's roll the clip. In this clip, you'll see local news from out there where he lives in Jersey, which is like right there by the Philly area.
The Hellcat from whom our friend gets his name. The man known online as Omi, and a Hellcat.
I just want to hear the other end of the argument.
By 800,000 YouTube subscribers. Now he's got problems you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy, guys. The man, federal government better knows as Bill Omar Carrasquillo, is facing a slew of charges from conspiracy to commit copyright infringement to tax evasion and fraud. Omi says he and 2 partners exploited a gray area in the law. And now he says he's the
what is the gray area?
For it.
Well, I guess I understand why they can't say.
I ran through it, and
what the fuck could the loophole be?
Of mine that
what is his website? I want to see what programs he has on there. Because I'm assuming it's mainstream shows at a cheaper price than paying for streaming platforms. Otherwise, his business would be dead on arrival. How the fuck do you get around that? What possible loophole could there be? I think it's a tier 1 big Wii. Okay, let's, what was it? Oh, it's taken down now. Well, I guess that makes, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. Obviously, it got fucking taken down. They never wrote the law for streaming. Didn't we just watch that guy who talked about the law that they rewrote for streaming? Wait, didn't he even, like, cite it? It was the 2020... Digital Piracy Streaming Act, I think. Yeah, the Protecting Lawful Streaming Act of 2020 is a United States law that makes it a felony to engage in large-scale streaming of copyrighted material. It's not exactly a loophole. He was streaming shows, not hosting. Yeah, and this explicitly says streaming, not hosting. He did this all before the law was amended in 2020. Ah, okay. So he predates this law for streaming as opposed to hosting. Okay, so that's what this is going to boil down to then, I imagine. Okay, then. Okay. Now I'm caught up. Not exactly the most thrilling case. The 500 years is eye-grabbing, but the actual meat of it isn't that interesting. I've seen people upload whole movies on TikTok. But yeah, man. Don't you remember on Twitch with the artifact category? Got to watch all of fucking Infinity War. And John Wick. Goddamn right. Thanks for resub, Staxy. I'm sorry to hear that, Cozy. That's awful, man. Thanks to the resub, Pojo and Lost Fire. You filmed and edited a $30 million garage tour? Holy shit. Thanks to the resub, Just Theo. I definitely don't really care about cars that much, though. But congrats. That sounds like it was fun, at least. Jeff Goldblum, Apple. Oh, I've seen that. Hey, we watched Yesterworld. I love that Burger King lore. Why I regret getting circumcised at 19. Probably can't watch that. Thanks to Prime Tasty Ballot and the resub Maroon Tails. No idea, Amaris. I lost it. Watch the Konami E3 2010 Where Are They Now? What? Okay. Sounds kind of boring, but alright. This is 40 minutes? I'm going to assume most of them are still working at Konami or like doing some other shit. How is... I don't think I care enough about the people at 2010 Konami E3. You know what? I'll give it one chance with the first person.
Konami.
The benefit of hip hop is that we have President Obama.
E3.
All right, so I'll take it in the back.
2010.
It was a great conference.
It is incorrect. Sorry.
One of the worst press conferences in history.
As you said, Panda Assassin and
When
D-Baker.
the press walked in, they had no idea what they were in for. Something that's always fascinated me about this press conference is that beyond the awkward presenters, I don't think I've heard of a single game that was shown off here. Now digging a little deeper and actually watching the whole thing proved that a little wrong, but it sort of adds this kind of surreal layer on top of this already pretty wacky story.
What phone is he recording on to get this FPS?
Show you the results of my research.
Like any modern phone is fine.
What are these games?
That's how I recorded all of my videos for the first
Before we get started, let me set the stage for what was happening in gaming in 2010.
When I started showing my face.
You also have to realize that this was the dawn of a new era in the industry. A new, awkward, barely functional era with Kinect.
Fire! Lava! Tomb? Fire! No! God! No! Get
the Kinect was pretty good.
One with the fire! The magma!
I never got a chance to try it though.
God, try this!
It's an exciting time. No one knows what's going to happen. Sony just unveiled their own motion controller. In the days leading up to this, gamers had been treated to announcements and previews of Portal 2, Twisted Metal, and Fable 3. Wow, that'll probably be the best game ever.
As far as for some of you that can't attend the entire performance or the presentation, I just ask for you to exit at the back of the room.
This is David Daniels, Director of Marketing at Konami. He still works there, in the same position. God bless.
As a Tier 1 unknown king.
Thank you for visiting with us today.
This is Shinji Hirano. This is Russell Simmons. This is Shinji Hirano. He bounced around president and corporate officer positions at a few different divisions of Konami and now serves as president of Kojima Productions.
Oh, nice.
How about that?
Thanks, you sub Breeze.
Can we roll the trailer, please?
Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch Konami. Woo! This is pretty good. I don't remember the Konami E3 being this bad.
We're on it. We're not on it. I'm just going to talk to you instead.
Okay, the first dive into Konami's software treasure trove. It's Nick Parrott of 4mm Games.
My favorite studio. Wait, they made Def Jam?
Def Jam Rap Star was ostensibly a rap karaoke game where players could upload their recordings onto a website to be voted on by other players. That's why when he says,
1 million views on one of your video performances on defjamrapstar.com makes you a rapper, and there's no joke in that. Someone will become famous with this game.
He's not kidding.
Did they?
Or at least he believes so. Developer Autumn Games and publisher 4mm really went all out for this project. Partnering with Konami was a smart move at the time, as the Dance Dance overlords already had relationships with the music industry and got them a license with Warner Music. Now, you've probably never heard of 4mm. That's because they would go out of business 2 years later, and not necessarily from poor sales. The game sold close to 1 million units in the first year, posting pretty good reviews, actually.
What?
Unfortunately, they burned through all of their money hosting the website by the end of the year, and keeping it up was probably the last of their concerns after they were sued by EMI for using 54 licensed tracks.
Is this website still up? Def Jam Rap Star. I've never heard of that. Def Jam Rap Star. It is not still up. I would love to see some of the shit people uploaded on there. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I wonder if there's any like re-uploads on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, here's an IGN video review. Oh.
You'll be hard pressed to find someone that knows.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Can you stop with the DMCA? Wait, what? I thought this was supposed to be like player uploaded songs, like SoundCloud. This is just actual popular music.
Add audio visual effects to it and upload it to the Rap.
I see. Ah. I see. So they just allow you to put yourself in karaoke it.
At $150,000 each, totaling $8.1 million in damages. But wait, you cry, weren't they partnered with Warner Music? How does EMI come into play at all
Freddie
here?
And the Reset Leon.
Well, it is true that Rapstar pulled music exclusively from the Warner catalog, but that music didn't always pull exclusively from the Warner catalog. Yes, the big hubbub was over samples of EMI's music used in various songs on the Rapstar soundtrack.
Jesus Christ.
This meant that EMI wasn't even claiming the full song. They were claiming 10% of I'm So Hood by DJ Khaled. Players are not penalized for cursing, but it is not a required part of the game. Wait, there's actually more. 2 months later, City National Bank sued Konami for $8.9 million over a $14 million line of credit they'd taken out to fund Def Jam Rapstar. The profits were supposed to go to paying off the loan, but instead, they gave them nothing. Demos. Possibly because after the licensing fees, development, marketing, and hosting, they might not have even had any money left and were just trying to break even. In the lawsuit, City National claimed Konami had promised the game to sell 2.5 million units in the first year.
Who would believe that as a business person?
Who's nowhere close to that.
That's like when I was on Atriac's show and that guy said he promises 25 million players at launch.
Faded into bankruptcy hell. Nick Parrott has seemingly stayed far, far away from gaming, minus a short stint at Jagex. Nowadays, he works as an advisor and director at a bunch of different companies, including a venture capital firm. I guess being sued for $17 million is a little off-putting.
Man, this man want to be a rap star.
Who want to be a rap star?
This motherfucker here want to be a rap star.
You want to be a Def Jam rap star? He got what it takes to be a heavyweight amongst us? I'm a Def Jam rap star. Look at me, boy.
Hey, speaking of off-putting, here's the real Russell Simmons, here to just kind of come up to the stage. The president of Def Jam Records, he has since stepped down from the position after several allegations of sexual misconduct were levied against him. Also, apparently, when Terry Crews got sexually assaulted, Simmons tried to convince him to cover it up.
Oh, God.
He is currently hiding from the world in Bali, seeing more money and attractive women than I ever will. The world is a cool place.
Good plan from that guy, though. Like, alright. So I groped a few women, alright? I thought I was working at Blizzard. I'm out. I'll go to Bali and just chill.
This one's not so interesting. John Williamson was a producer at Zombie Studios, who actually put out a Zork game, as well as all of the Spec Ops titles that most people don't realize the line is a sequel to. They only lasted 4 years after the release of Saw 2, most notably releasing Blacklight Retribution.
That game was kind of fun.
Saw 2 reviewed poorly compared to its predecessor.
Blacklight Retribution was fun.
As for John Williamson, he would go on to teach courses in game design and currently produces VR and AR projects for branches of the US military and NASA.
Oh wow, good for him.
Ultimate is excellent.
is an Xbox 360 exclusive title that will bring back Konami shooters in a big way.
Ah, Automedius Excellent, the first localized release of this Gradius spin-off series, and the obligatory weird anime pervert game. Let's start with this guy, Niais Taylor, one of the better speakers of the event, who is relegated to...
Save the universe with 9 lovely characters in Automedius Excellent.
He worked QA for a while at Konami before getting an assistant producer and script editor role on the first Saw game. He doesn't have any particular relationship to Automedius Excellent, and afterwards he would only have a special thanks on Hardcore Uprising and The Simpsons.
Nice!
He's currently a CTO at ITEM? ITEM?
What, Automedius Excellent didn't pop off?
Technology and Entertainment Medium, which is a company whose existence I cannot verify.
There's no
justice. He claims to be an, quote, entertainment technology visionary.
An import shooter has never been this challenging, this attractive. You are guaranteed to have fun as you shoot the core.
As for the game, there's a few interesting points. The cover artist Taylor touts is mangaka Mine Yoshizaki, best known for creating Sergeant Frog and later Komodo Friends. It was generally critiqued for being a boilerplate entry in a well-populated genre, but did it really bring back Konami shooters in a big way?
I'd say it got close.
Dude, it's censored in the trailer. They had the foresight to censor it for the Western press because they knew that this was bound to be a niche weeaboo title. I will say,
Jesus
the
Christ.
song Fly?
Automedius Excellent didn't bring back fucking Konami shooters? Are you kidding me?
Really weird Destructoid review? Automedius Excellent is everything I love in life. Gradius, graphics, and cute little girls.
Thanks to Tier 1 Harris.
Not since I laid my hands on... Have my palms been so wet and sticky to get a hold of a babe? This leaves my other hands free for extra fun. This little whore ain't the woman she used to be.
What a review.
I spent 5 years in jail for the distribution of...
This is not originally hack and slash anymore.
Hey, 99 Nights.
Extreme.
This guy's cool.
Hack and slash title.
Takayuki or Tak Fuji.
Not funny.
This is it, the man of the hour. One of the best parts of this conference, dropping some of the most classic lines.
And the battle with armies of the more than 1 million troops. 1 million troops. Wow. 1 million troops. Love you guys. If you just continue to press the same button like X, 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 and Y, 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 and X, X, and Y, Y, Y again, you'll be sucked.
Yeah!
He started working at Konami in 1997 as an audio director and was actually an electric guitarist on the Symphony
I don't remember the Konami
soundtrack.
conference being this bad. I remember him though.
Apparently, also was a part of the chorus in some tracks from Suikoden, and helped localize the PS3 release of No More Heroes. 99 Nights 2 was his first production credit, taking over for Tetsuya Mizuguchi from the first game.
I don't know Harry Potter.
The game reviewed poorly, with critics ironically singling out the ability to hit XXX and a YYY and a XX and a YY without being sucked. He continued to produce for Konami until leaving in 2014 for DMM.com, doing something related to VR and esports.
Hey!
In 2018, he would make Gal Metal under DMM, and most recently produce a little mobile game called Rock Bottom. His Twitter picture is from this conference. How can you not love this guy?
I think he's great. All right, getting a little
Taylor
avant-garde.
returns to the stage to showcase Adrenaline Misfits.
Woo! So fucking hardcore!
It's a battle to the bottom.
A title for the then upcoming Kinect, whose greatest praise from critics would be that it functioned, which seems like a low bar to pass, but Sega would argue otherwise.
Everything in this game
VG?
is broken.
The resub
Everything.
IGN criticized the characters for, quote, looking like a bunch of furries desperately trying to be cool.
Wait, were furries big back then?
That's a good one.
Hi everyone, my name is Naoki Maeda, and I'm the producer for Dance Dance Revolution and Dance Masters.
If you're a classic rhythm gamer, you might recognize Naoki Maeda's name. He started at Konami
I love
in the
DDR,
90s
but I don't
producing
recognize
music
his
for
name.
titles like Life Force, and later became closely tied to the Bimani franchise, which encompasses series like Beatmania and Dance Dance Revolution. By the time of his departure in 2013, he had written 160 songs for the series under several aliases.
Holy shit.
Dance Masters would be released 1 year before this, however, finding more middling reception from critics who, at the time, believed there to be much better options on the market. Naturally, when he jumped ship for Capcom, Konami, in their special, spiteful way, scrubbed all pictures and videos of him from the Bimani series. Once at Capcom, he produced the mobile rhythm game Cross X Beats. Or is it Cross Beats? Well, it doesn't matter because in 2018, the servers went offline and the game is now completely unplayable. Didn't I just do a video on that? That same year, he founded his own developer, Unlimited Studio, which released their first game, Seven's Code, in October 2019. One thing that makes me feel for him in this presentation is that he was seemingly forced to speak English the entire time.
We would be using a mat anymore. We will dance with absolutely no controls. No longer tied down. Now you can move your body freely.
As you'll see, they had multiple translators on hand, but I guess if the Japanese presenters could speak any English, they had to. Even though he comes off really weird.
He's enthusiastic, at least. That is kind of fucked up that they'd force him to speak English. They didn't want to.
African, hip-hop, pop, R&B, Eurobeat, and trance, and many songs to dance to.
Like, I'm sure if he just spoke Japanese, it would sound fine. Wait, yeah, he just sounds like a normal guy. I do think it's funny that he just gave up.
We're always trying to incorporate evolution and revolution in our games. And it is important to provide...
You could have just translated him for the entire time?
No, this guy's, he's a Dance Dance Revolution player.
Do that?
He just happens to speak Japanese too.
This is Thomas Nagano. He appears to be bilingual, and he says,
"We're going to try this out, but don't expect us to be great."
Even though it's obviously pre-recorded gameplay, as you can see when he steps away and lets poor Naoki just sweat it out on the dance floor.
I forgot about that.
Not much is known about his work in the games industry, but he appears to have left it behind to start a Japanese taxi service.
Thanks, Teresa Brandy Savage.
Oh, wait, I forgot. There is one more thing we know about him.
Come on! What's up?
MC Tommy!
Like life is a lose-lose. Our kids are growing up lost and confused. We gotta give them a world that's worth living through. It's a mystery to me. Why we gotta allow history to repeat? The sound of people living in peace. How would it be if we took back the streets? How would it be if we did?
God damn!
How would it be if we all had
He's getting stinky.
Konami is talking
Good work, Tommy.
to a full new level.
So wait, you're telling me that it's gonna be Dance Dance Evolution?
MC Tommy! There's the Prime Taco and Miss Last Name. Makes me upset that that company's defunct, so you never hear this sound anymore. Classic THX.
For everyone who just can't get enough of the most celebrated show on television, join America's favorite underdogs in Karaoke Revolution, Glee.
This is the part where I can't use any audio or I get destroyed by copyright.
True.
Christine Catley was a brand manager at Konami until 2014 when she left for Disney Interactive Studios.
Hey, nice.
She introduces the John Burroughs High School Choir, aka the Powerhouse Choir.
Why?
Well, actually, they're introduced with a clip from ABC 7 before they come out to do a surprise performance of some Glee song. I don't know. Being a high school group, they do still exist and are apparently pretty prolific as far as high school choirs go.
Well, they're not still in high school. This was 10 years ago.
The only interesting thing I can find about the Karaoke Revolution
Surely they've graduated by
game
now.
Is that one of the first reviews you can find of it is from NPR, of all places. Oh, baby.
That's right. Beyblade is back and hotter than ever. Following the release of the cartoon series this summer on the Cartoon Network.
It's hard to get excited for a game when even the marketing guy doesn't seem to care.
He's having fun? What the fuck are you talking about? This is Mike Pepe
from Hudson Entertainment.
I thought there's two
E's. He started there in 2008 and would stick with them until they shuttered
Still a
their
cool
doors
name.
in 2012, finding a new job at EA. Ugh. That lasted a short while until he jumped to Deep Silver, where he has additional development support credits on
Dead
Metro
Island.
Last Light and 2033. As for the games, well, it's a licensed Beyblade game with mediocre reviews. Deca Sports 3, another meh title, and Deca Sports Freedom, the Kinect release.
That looks good.
It basically has the same sentiment as 3, but it's on Kinect, so the controls are bad.
My eyebrows are sweating. I f***ing hate when my eyebrows sweat.
Now, this last game actually caught my attention among all the muck of this conference. Lost in Shadow looks from the trailer like a platform puzzler with a unique gimmick and some combat. According to most reviews, it's just about that, but all of its interesting ideas are expended a quarter of the way in. However, it is one of the most well-received games yet, with a Metacritic average of 68.
Hey, we take that.
1% better than Glee.
Exit Prime. Bromlet.
Alright, here comes the big, juicy games.
Get me with the juice.
A new Silent Hill project presented by Devin Shatsky and Brian Gomez. Shatsky produced a lot of ports and licensed games for Konami before landing a producer role on Silent Hill.
Wait, I wanted to check. He did Ben 10 Alien Force? Bro, the Shatmaster don't sleep. This is an impressive resume. He did the Area 51 game on the Xbox? That game slapped. That game was good. I used to love that game. Oh, is that I thought I saw more. Okay. I don't know what the Ant Bully is, but I'm sure it's good.
Downpour, as well as writing for the latter. He left the company in 2014 to join Digital Funk Machine as a consultant on VR games? Mobile games? And it's hard to say exactly what they put out before he left in 2016 to join Age of Learning Inc., also known as ABC Mouse, where he remains as of today.
Alright.
That's surprisingly wholesome for a guy who worked on Silent Hill. This game would eventually become Downpour, which, of all the post-Team Silent games in the series, had the best reception. Mainly praised for its narrative and atmosphere, the sticking point for many was the combat and other less fleshed-out mechanics. It's kind of divisive. The game was originally slated for an October 2011 release, but was then pushed back to March of 2012. Brian Gomez would leave the project after the delay, stating in an interview with shshatteredmemories.com, quote, "My family and I came to a decision that I couldn't keep making the commute between Los Angeles and Brno for another 4 to 6 months. unquote, adding optimistically, quote, "You can rest assured that some of the projects I'm looking at are survival horror related. There's a lot of things I still want to do in this genre that Konami simply didn't let me do," unquote. Gomez continues to work in the industry to this day, securing directorial roles exclusively on licensed mobile games.
Wow, very impressive stuff there.
Never
dead! And Tommy's back. MC Tommy in a trench coat now.
See you all, and present our title for you. I am Shinta Nojiri from Konami Japan, and...
First, we'll save any explanations for later, right, Shinta?
Yes.
Get fucked, idiot! MC Tommy taking charge, baby. He said,
"Oh, hey,
give me the mic."
Another guy Thomas Nagano should have translated for. Shinta Nojiri, more well known by hardcore Metal Gear fans as the director of Metal Gear Acid 1, 2, and Ghost Babel, all spin-offs that offered their own unique takes on the series compared to the main line of games. Here, he announces Never Dead, his very own original IP, after making the decision to leave Kojima's team. In a 2010 interview with Gamasutra, he mentioned some possible forces that drove him in this direction.
Thank you,
quote,
man.
"I jumped to make my own new IP because I think Konami needs new IP, but it's complicated. In Kojima Productions, we have some obligations to make a franchise. My ex-boss wanted me to make games in the franchise, but I didn't think so."
Appreciate
unquote. It seemed like Nojiri really wanted to make something new, even when he was working on an existing property, which is how he turned Metal Gear into a turn-based trading card game.
Is that what Acid was?
Then was his big break. He comes off in interviews as very modest about the project.
Advice for a beginner Valorant player? Stop.
Never Dead would, unfortunately, be met with below-average reception.
The game was
Most outlets praised the premise and some of the gameplay ideas, but criticized the implementation of those ideas. After this game, Shinta Nojiri would just disappear off the face of the earth. Really, he doesn't have a single credit after this, but supposedly still works at Konami. At the very least, I haven't found anything that proves he left.
Hey Tommy, are you okay? What's wrong with you?
Whoa!
What are you doing?
Oh God! You killed him!
We have a real model for this title. Put it back. Put it back.
Oh God! You almost killed MC Tommy.
Please. Thank you. Please keep this secret, even if you have any friend working for some press. And hey Tommy, you have some announcement for this title.
Yeah. Got my head back in place.
Tommy.
Yeah. Let's go, Tommy. Thanks to resub Furtive Pygmy. And $1 Ryan.
It is incorrect. Sorry.
Speaking of Metal Gear, next up to the stage is Metal Gear Rising, presented by then-producers Shigenobu Matsuyama and
that got announced
Kimura,
at this disaster?
aided by a translator. I say then-producers because the game being shown off here never came out. But didn't Metal Gear Rising come out in, like, 2013? Yeah, but that is a completely different project from this one.
Is it?
See, like with the Acid series, Kojima passed the torch to a different team while he occupied himself with other entries. In this case, the game had been spinning its wheels for several years, and when he checked in, he decided to pull the plug.
Oh.
Rising would then be resurrected when Kojima entrusted Platinum Games to rebuild it from the ground up. With this game evaporating, Shigenobu Matsuyama has no credits after 2008.
His soul was attached to that.
Continued to work on the Metal Gear series as an environment artist, all the way up to Survive. Maybe Kojima can poach him for his new studio.
What a classic. Metal Gear Survive, huh?
Hello everyone, it's been a while. My name is Iga.
Koji Igarashi, the shepherd of the Castlevania series ever since 97's Symphony of the Night, a game he was assistant director on. Also credited with writing Tokimeki Memorial in 1994, which might not ring a bell for Western viewers, but still reigns in Japan as a seminal, pun intended, entry in the dating sim genre. He's here to showcase Castlevania, Harmony of Despair. Not Harmony of Dissonance, those are two different games. Harmony of Despair stepped away from the Metroid part of the Metroidvania and was more focused around collecting loot with multiple playable characters across
was this game any good? I don't know this one.
Intricate levels, and for what I believe is the first time, co-op. Right after him is Dave Cox, a producer at Mercury Steam, who were developing Castlevania Lords of Shadow. This was another new take on the genre, attempting to take elements of the original games and transition them into 3D more faithfully than Castlevania's first outings on the N64 and PlayStation. Both of these games were met with conflicting opinions. Some found a lot to like in Harmony of Despair's co-op and treasure hunting. Others found it shallow and lacking in content compared to previous entries. Lords of Shadow drew a lot of ire from the inspiration it took from its contemporaries in the 3D action space.
I thought it was fine.
Namely God of War, but some critics enjoyed it for the same reasons. The opinion among fans seems equally hit or miss. Koji Igarashi, for his part, would leave Konami in 2014, citing a desire for more creative control. He then formed his own developer, Artplay, and launched a successful Kickstarter for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Oh, shit!
Game aimed at rekindling the magic of the Metroidvania subgenre he'd helped create. In 2018, he produced Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, an 8-bit throwback to classic Castlevania titles, and a year later, Ritual of the Night would release. Both games were met with critical acclaim, and he looks to be continuing his career unshackled with a follow-up to Curse of the Moon.
Curse of the Moon 2.
Good for him! Yeah, I know both of those
Dave
games.
Cox
I didn't play either one, though.
A bunch of interesting credits to his
Sorry,
name.
Koji.
A writer and producer of Lords of Shadow as well as its sequel, Mirror of Fate. He has a litany of roles in business and production on other games. He's thanked in the credits of Duke Nukem Forever and apparently designed the packaging for the PAL release of Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't know if that means the cover, because the European cover is the best one. And if so, good job. Anyway, back on track. After Lords of Shadow, he doesn't appear to have worked with Konami, instead moving from the Spain-based Mercury Steam to Polish developers CI Games. He continues to work in the industry, with his most recent credit being a producer on 2020's Roki, an adventure game that's been praised to high heaven by everyone who's played it.
Hey. Save it for the ring. It's tomorrow.
This is a great conference.
1:45 p.m.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
All right, so I'll take it in the back.
This man, about to take it in the back, is Federico Bayer, a director at Slang. Slang was a developer-publisher aimed at appealing to a Hispanic market. This meant licensed games based on popular Mexican properties like Atrévete a Soñar,
Classic.
El Chavo,
and
most relevant
Chavo,
to us,
one of my favorites.
the AAA wrestling promotion.
Don't know that one.
This is all of the info I could find on them, including Mr. Bayer himself. Slang doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Oh,
What's
embarrassing.
much more interesting are these three burly fellows.
Yeah, how are they doing?
Handling this little caramel twink.
Are they in the WWE now?
Why did I write that?
Were they even invited here?
Konami
they look
had
like
gone so far
they look
as
like they're
setting
not
up an
scripted. They're
actual
going wild.
wrestling ring and hiring a host of luchadors from their upcoming game, Lucha Libre AAA Heroes del Ring, to perform every day.
El elegido. La Parca. Silver King.
Boo! That guy's a menace.
El Elegido started competing in the AAA wrestling promotion in 2006 and continues to this day, though he has yet to win a title.
Oh,
Despite
shame.
this, he remains popular, and the AAA website describes him as, quote, the sex symbol of the company.
Hey, good for him. Nice. Yeah, fuck Silver King up. Yeah, slap on his tits again.
Is Silver King, Another popular and prolific luchador
Holy shit, he looks like
to
Bane.
the Universal Wrestling Association, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, AAA, WCW, All Japan and New Japan Pro Wrestling, and several smaller promotions. He's the son of classic luchador Dr. Wagner and the brother of Dr. Wagner Jr.
Oh my god.
But many viewers probably know him for playing Ramses, the villain of Nacho Libre.
Whoa,
Silver King
what?
was unmasked early in his career, back in 1987, but continued to
Never mind, I
wrestle
like
with
Silver
the
King.
Silver King name, as well as a few other alternate identities. He had a long career after this press conference, including winning a AAA title. Unfortunately, while wrestling in 2019 during a match in England, he collapsed in the ring, later confirmed dead of a heart attack at 51 years old.
Christ.
A tribute was held shortly after,
what the
and
fuck?
in August of that year, he was posthumously inducted into the AAA Hall of Fame at Triple Mania 27.
God damn.
1:45 p.m.
Exit Prime, Lexol, Bri,
This last lucha on
Nichols,
stage
and
forced
Ball.
me to do the most research for this video. This is La Parka, but it's not that simple. See, there are actually two La Parkas.
Oh my
the
god!
original is one
The
of
multiverse.
the most prolific luchadores in history, belonging to every major and several minor Mexican promotions, the American Major League Wrestling, multiple Japanese tours, and most relevant, AAA. In 2003, he was forced to give up his name when then AAA owner Antonio Peña claimed ownership of the character in order to push his own version.
They stripped him of the
This
La
one
Parka
became
title?
known as La Parka II by fans. The original wrestler then rebranded himself L.A. Park, L.A. standing for La Auténtica Park, the authentic park. Okay, so the one at E3 is the second La Parka. Right? June 6, 2010. Triple Mania 18 is held in Mexico City.
Okay.
The main event? The so-called dream match between La Parka and L.A. Park. The winner takes the name.
Winner gets to
La
go to the
Parka.
Konami conference.
Both luchadors enter the ring to Michael Jackson's Thriller. During the match, L.A. Park sprays a fire extinguisher in La Parka's face and throws him out of the ring and into the crowd, where their brawl continues.
Jesus, fuck!
They claw each other's masks, almost tearing them off completely, and both begin bleeding heavily. La Parka throws L.A. Park off the top of the ring and through a table before the referee is blown out of the ring, allowing L.A. Park to use an illegal, forbidden technique.
The Tombstone!
The Tombstone pile driver.
No!
Joaquin Roldan, AAA promoter, jumps into the ring
He
to
fucking
calm
killed
LA
him!
Park. As Park threatens Roldan with the chair, his son, Dorian Roldan,
Jesus Christ!
joins him. L.A. Park
It's like the
pushes
Avengers.
Dorian to the ground and follows through with his threat.
Oh, God!
Dorian retaliates
Joaquin!
and takes revenge for his father, hitting L.A. Park with the chair. Seconds later, fellow wrestlers Halloween and Damian's 666 arrive.
Oh,
and
God, oh
escort
my
Dorian
God,
away
there's- everyone's
for dragging
coming.
The weakened L.A. Park on top of La Parka II's collapsed body, where the referee can finally claim a pin.
He didn't earn it! He didn't earn it! A forbidden
After some
jutsu!
back and forth
A
over
riot!
the legitimacy of the win, L.A. Park is declared victor and reclaims the title La Parka.
No!
June 10th, 2010. AAA announces that they will honor the Mexico City Boxing and Wrestling Commission's decision to throw out the win. The results of the match are nullified.
Yeah!
And both wrestlers keep their names. June 16, 2010.
God, this timeline is nuts.
6 days later. Konami E3. My point is, this is the second La Parka.
Oh, okay. That guy sucks.
Most of the rest of his career involves wrestling
Yeah, he lost.
storylines, but suffice to say that he continued to perform for AAA until October 21st, 2019. After jumping from the ring, he missed his opponent and hit the concrete floor head first. With major surgeries, he would survive.
Oh my
but
God!
Only months later, in January 2020, Laparca would pass from the lasting effects of
Jesus
his injuries.
Christ! Two out of the 3 Konami wrestlers have died!
The first time that I was exposed to this conference was in Krobcat's Director's Cut video, and I assume the same is true for most others. At that time, these were just funny, random people who were in and out of my life, only really there to laugh at for being part of this unbearably awkward show. While writing this script, I rewatched that video as a refresher, and I found that suddenly it was a lot less funny to me. Out of the 17 games presented here, there are 2 half-decent ones, 3 divisive ones, 11 of them are total duds, and 1 doesn't even exist. This conference is beyond underwhelming, and for a lot of people, the first signs of Konami's steady descent into their current hellish state. It's not an exaggeration to say that the people were more interesting than the games. Researching their careers gave me a knowledge and investment in them that's probably more than anyone outside of a hiring manager. Even though knowing their stories has lessened that hilarity that I once found in this presentation, it's a reminder about who's behind all of the special moments we see. The people. Where they came from and where they went is what, for me, solidifies this as the worst and greatest E3 press conference of all time.
You were right, that video was very interesting. I did not expect that. Honestly, very interesting. Thanks for some Cambly, Mully, Vigils, and G's nuts. That was good. Damn. I got really invested in the lore there, especially when it came to Laparca. Fuck, what a tragic conclusion there. Fuck, man. Mom goes viral with ugly baby? I don't know about that one, man. Shit. Wasn't the PS3 penis? What? Wasn't the PS3? What did you say? Wasn't the... Oh, the PS3 panel. Hilarious too. I combined the two things when it scrolled up. I was wondering what the fuck you were talking about. I don't remember. I barely even remembered this one. Thanks for the 3 gift subs, G's nuts. Yeah, I don't think so, Vicious. But like I said, I think it's a really cool opportunity you got to film that. Hopefully you get some more cool shit like that. Thanks to resub Memer. Thanks for the 5 gift subs per speculate. Appreciate it, man. We already watched the top 15 goblin sightings. And pixies. News anchors cracking up over swimming cat. It's like something that my fucking parents would show me. Okay.
And cats, they're not usually known for their love of swimming, but one feline in Northern Virginia is hitting the water instead of the gym in an effort to lose weight. Holly is a 13-year-old cat who dislikes the outdoors and other physical activities. But with encouragement from her
This is cute.
and weekly visits to the Old Town Pet Resort, Holly has managed to lose 1 pound in 6 weeks. Stay with us, everybody. We've got a lot more to go.
All right. Well, that'll do it. Ever heard of Kadeem Alford? No, what's up? Is this your channel? Is this one of those self-promos? Worst league player. Seems like a lot of people in chat recognize him. I'm unfamiliar. I haven't watched league content in a really long time, ever since I kicked the habit. Thanks to resub Sin Wizzle. The only league shit I ever see now is like Zwag, Zareth. His videos always hit my recommended, and for some reason I just feel fucking compelled to watch them. That's it. And I tune into Tyler's streams. Thanks to Tier 1 Dave and the resub Don Show and Burrito. But I haven't really dove into like league content creators in a long time. Have you seen the Sriracha and the surprisingly heartwarming story behind it? I don't think I'll play any Deltarune. No, I don't know the story behind Sriracha. Is it the secret to Sriracha hot sauce's success? I'm assuming it is. Great Big Story usually has some bangers. Thanks to 2 gifts sub Smokey. We've already watched that one, Weasel. We know the Drunk Cook. The second one? Well, I'd rather watch this one, because then I get to get it right from the guy. But okay, let me fill up my water. Thanks to resub Wathy. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh. These are the resub corals and the prime poncho, and tier 1 Trevor, and tier 1 log, and the resub spud. Have you seen Alabama backyard wrestling? I don't know if we've seen Alabama backyard wrestling. I'm sure we probably have at some point.
Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching Today I Found Out, and in the video today, sriracha sauce and the surprisingly heartwarming story behind it. And just before we get started, I do want to say that this video is brought to you by Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear helps people browse a more open internet privately to Vietnam with his family in December of 1978, along with 3,317 other refugees aboard a Taiwanese freighter called the Hui Fong.
Okay, I just want to watch the shorter one. I changed my mind.
Sriracha is one of the most popular hot sauces in the world. But it's more than just a sauce. The story of how this humble hot sauce became so ubiquitous starts with this man.
King
He came to America as a refugee and built one of the most successful hot sauce companies in the world.
我们开始做辣椒酱的时候，没有想到我的辣椒酱会受到这么多不同的族裔的欢迎。
This great big
I'm
story
not a
is
huge
brought to you
sriracha
by
fan.
Delta.
It's a little,
when we
little
venture
too
out
hot
into
for
the
me.
world, we see all that we share.
Next resub 1 and pinch.
David Tran is the owner of Hoi Fong Foods, the biggest and most well-known sriracha brand out there. Today, he's treating his employees to an elaborate lunch of king crab, dumplings, and yes, sriracha at a popular dim sum restaurant in Arcadia, California. But he wasn't always the head of a big company. David came to America 40 years ago, after fleeing his home country of Vietnam on a boat.
我们喜欢吃辣，可是当时的辣椒酱没有好像我们在越南的辣椒酱这么好吃，我就开始想自己来做。所以我们没有任何计划，只是买到辣椒，新鲜的辣椒，我们就做成辣椒酱，能够做的都可以卖。
Didn't sriracha only like just recently get popular?
Variations on the sauce are found throughout.
I don't remember
Southeast
being
Asia.
popular when I was a kid.
In fact, it's named after a town in Thailand by the same name. The recipe is simple. The bottle is just 8 ingredients, but David's sauce.
It has been popular for a long time.
我们的辣椒酱的特点，我觉得特别的地方，就是我们采用很新鲜的辣椒来制造，而不是用这辣椒干啊、辣椒粉啊或者什么，而且我们的辣椒酱没有添加其他的香料，纯粹是新鲜辣椒。
Even though he doesn't have any formal training in engineering,
surely there's more
David
to
designed
it.
many of the operations in his factory. He even designed the iconic bottle.
那我用公鸡来做我们的牌子，因为我属鸡，所以我就用公鸡。一般的罐瓶，它的盖子是白色，我们的盖子是绿色，是它代表辣椒酱是新鲜的。瓶子上面有5种语言，我的产品当初是想给不同种种族的人都可以了解我的产品。
People from different cultures don't just understand David's products, they adore them.
当我知道到处都有我的辣椒酱，到处的每个地方都喜欢我的辣椒酱，我感觉很高兴。我的产品受到大家的认同。
Yeah, the profits probably help a little bit though, right?
赚了很多钱的高兴，是我的产品，每个人都欣赏，我觉得很高兴，很骄傲。
Hey, good for him. Yeah, that's wholesome. That's cute. I have to assume there's more to it than just fucking crushed peppers. I've eaten so many fucking fresh peppers. They don't taste shit like sriracha. It just tastes like fucking pain. I've heard of the Severus Snape cult. I haven't seen anything on it. Oh, hold on, just 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So which one? Is it the Harry Potter cults? Or is it the Snape is my husband? So I understand the gist of it is there's a group of people that believe Severus Snape is their legitimate husband, but on like a different wavelength. Like they're in a different dimension. I'm guessing this is the one we want. I do not know the Muse Man. Thanks for 2 gift subs, always here.
From the publication of the first book in 1997 to the current year, Harry Potter is one of the most popular franchises of all time and has spawned numerous spin-offs, merchandise, and fan fictions. The fandom is absolutely enormous, and with so many people being invested in it, there were bound to be some fans who took their love for the series, and for a certain character, to the extreme. In this video, we'll explore Snapeism, the religion based on the Harry Potter character Severus Snape, as well as the women who called themselves the Snape Wives.
It sounds like a cool
I know
cult.
that most people already know the major plot points of the series, but I'd like to begin by briefly discussing the character of Severus Snape in the context of the fandom. Snape is one of the most contentious characters in the series, and this controversy was at its peak in the early 2000s, when there were gaps in time between the publication of each book and many fans were awaiting the next. In this period, speculation about all of the characters was rampant. This was especially relevant to Snape after the publication of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince,
Yeah, it was
where
a
many were
powerful
left
one.
wondering what side he was truly on.
Never read it, but I watched the
In a
movie.
LiveJournal post from 2004, a user summarizes some of the varying opinions on Snape that fans held at the time. He is a greasy git, the ugly, big-nosed, sallow-skinned, crooked-teethed bane of Hogwarts students for over a decade,
Jesus
playing
Christ.
favorites to Slytherins and despising Gryffindors. He is an anti-hero, misunderstood, disliked, even hated as he walks the path of redemption for mistakes made in a youth now long past.
So when did they
bearing
start,
a mark of shame and still bound to an evil
like,
that
having sex
endangers
with
him
them?
every minute of every day as he desperately tries to help the forces of light which revile
Maybe tier
him.
1 always here?
He is genius, a master of potions the likes of which hasn't been seen in many years, able to concoct brews of which very few can even dream, using his skill grudgingly to aid ungrateful youngsters and even the people who made his childhood a living hell. Fans seem to either love him or hate him with an almost insane devotion, producing hundreds of thousands of words of fiction and countless works of art depicting his unmistakable visage, arguing interpretations of each and every word he utters in canon, analyzing every glance, every gesture, every snark and sneer. Whether you love him or hate him, there is pretty much a universal truth surrounding him. No one is neutral about Severus Snape. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of this character is his death. The last Harry Potter book was released in 2007, and in this book, Snape is killed by Voldemort in an extremely emotional scene. As he lays dying, he releases his memories to Harry, which show that he had been on the side of good all along. While some fans applauded the end of the series, others were left disappointed, particularly with the treatment of Snape's character. Many felt that he did not get the redemption he deserved, or that he should have been given some kind of reward for his loyalty in the face of danger. In the midst of these discussions and arguments about Snape's arc, many fans became extremely attached to him, and they showed their dedication through art, fanfictions, and fan sites. This is completely normal for any large fandom. However, some fans latched onto Snape in an extremely obsessive manner, and they took their attachment to the character beyond fanfictions and shipping wars.
This is what I want to see.
Let's dive into the history of the Snapeists, otherwise known as the Snape Wives. To give a brief summary of Snapeism, it's a religion based around a group of Snape fans who believe that he's not simply a fictional character created by J.K. Rowling, but rather a supernatural being who exists in another dimension. Snape Wives believe that they're in a polygamous marriage with Severus Snape on an astral plane, and they channel him for guidance and support in their lives. The religion was officially given the title Snapeism in 2008. Unfortunately, a good amount of content has been purged from the internet, but I've done my best to find archives or screenshots of original posts. I'll generally be referencing the quotes and perspectives of 3 of the most well-known Snape wives, Conchita, Rose, and Tanya. So now let's delve deeper into the religious beliefs of Snapeism.
I like the graphic there, that was cool.
That are in line with Christian beliefs. Within Snapeism, Snape himself is comparable to the Christian God. He is divine, all-powerful, and omniscient. Rose explains his virtues as being bewitching, masterful, ensnaring, mysterious, alluring, mesmerizing, and enigmatic. Snapeists believe that while it's impossible to concretely prove the existence of spiritual figures, that doesn't make Snape any less real or holy.
Aqua.
Their connection with Snape is through means such as phantom smells, tastes, sounds, feelings. Some Snape wives also believe that they felt Snape's touch on their skin in real life. When describing his abilities, Snapists explain that his wisdom and power has opened their minds, advised them, and kept them sane in times of trouble.
Like, why would he reach through dimensions
They also claim that he used his power to contact or influence them, such as advising Tanya on how to fold a blanket and Rose seeing a man who looked like Snape while at a train station. His power was supposedly great enough that he was able to give Tanya's father-in-law a heart attack, which pleased her.
Whoa!
Similarly to Christianity, blasphemy against Snape is taken very seriously by Snapists. When the Tonner brand introduced a new Snape doll, Rose was outraged to see online comments from other fans saying they wanted to check under his clothes to see if he has knickers on, and take pics of his naked rump. In response to this heathenish behavior, she said, "I wouldn't ever dare disrespect Master in such a humiliating manner." Tensions were raised between the Snape wives on occasion, such as when Conchita claimed that sexual fanfiction about themselves and Snape should be kept private and that sharing it is disrespectful. But Rose and Tanya believed that writing erotic self-insert fanfiction would bring them closer to him. Most of their fanfictions have been purged from the internet, but a few choice excerpts still exist. Another similarity between Christianity and Snapeism is the intolerance towards homosexuality. Snape himself apparently said that he will not tolerate the so-called slash movement, referring to non-canonical gay pairings. As such, the Snape wives were staunchly against any art or writing that depicted Snape in a male-on-male relationship. The Snape wives themselves have also made the comparison to Christianity on several occasions, saying that Snape is as real as the Christian God, and that if Christians aren't delusional, then Snape wives aren't either. Rose mentioned that she was raised Christian, but she felt that it was restrictive, as she would have to give up her beliefs in supernatural entities like vampires. Finding Snape is apparently what made her find herself.
You can believe in vampires and still be Christian?
The comparison between Snapeism and Christianity
I've never heard a pastor say vampires
given
are
that some Christians believe
not
that
good.
Harry Potter is satanic.
By the way, the Bible never says vampires aren't real.
Worship.
And while I'm on the subject, let me say something about Harry Potter. Warlocks are enemies of God.
True.
And I don't care what kind of hero they are. They're an enemy of God. And had it been in the Old Testament, Harry Potter would have been put to death.
God damn right. Excuse me.
The conception of Snape as an omniscient
You're
God,
right.
The Snapists believed that the Harry Potter books were written by J.K. Rowling in a similar manner to that of the Christian Bible. They believed that she was inspired by the divine Snape and channeled his spirit to pen the books, rather than using her imagination to create his character. Because she's only human, the common belief between Snape wives was that Rowling made mistakes regarding her portrayal of him and his character arc. As such, she's viewed as a flawed scribe by most of the Snapists. They acknowledge the core plot points of the series, such as Snape being instrumental in Voldemort's downfall, as being true. However, they felt as if much of her commentary throughout the series is biased, and they question how well she actually knew Snape. For example, Rose claimed that Snape enjoyed
that sounds like every
flowers,
fandom
but
ever.
Rowling failed to acknowledge that in the narrative.
No, I understand it better than the writers.
In short, the Snape wives believe that the portrayal of Snape as written by J.K. Rowling is fictional, and that he's separate from their master, who's a real divine entity on another astral plane. Another issue that the Snape wives had with Rowling was that she referred to him as Snape when interviewed. The Snapists generally referred to him as either Master, My Lord, or Severus, although use of Master has been contended by some because it apparently reminds him of Hogwarts. Regarding Rowling, Conchita wrote, "Please read everywhere she states Snape as Severus Snape. I really dislike the way she talks of him. The man has a name for Merlin's sake." Snapeism is also characterized by intense emotional feelings towards Snape. When describing her passion towards him, Conchita wrote that she loves him more than anyone else and would die for him without hesitation, because her life without Snape is cruel and pointless.
I wonder if she still feels that way.
By Tanya, who agreed that life without Snape is nothing. She explained this by saying, "I've never experienced anything this intense before now. There are times when I feel that my soul is being torn asunder with this fierce desire. Obsession is a mild word for what I feel for Severus Snape."
Jesus Christ.
Tanya also mentioned that her lust for Snape left her in tears some nights, saying, "Have you ever wanted something so badly that you ached from within your very soul for it? That it gnaws at your heart and very being? At times it brings tears to my eyes, and I find myself trembling from this need." This emotional connection to Snape became so intense that he became not only their god, but their husband. The marriage was polygamous, as several Snape wives were married to Snape at once. They considered their marriage to him to be completely legitimate and serious. However, they were adamant that they did not have a relationship with one another. At first, the marriage between the Snapewives and Snape was conceptualized as involving Lily. However, their opinions on her soon changed as they began thinking that Snape did not forgive Lily for choosing James over him, and that Lily would never be good enough for him.
Snape did get
Snape agreed with this and told them that they are all he needs and not to dwell on the past. The initial relationship involving Lily can be seen in Rose's wedding vows, which say, "Our beloved Severus, we, Lily Evans and Rose, pledge these sacred vows." In Conchita's vows to Snape, she promises that she will not love another man. She refused any potential boyfriends or spouses, saying, "I'm Severus's woman, so I will not be with other men.
I'm sure there were
Being with
hundreds of
Severus
men
is
trying
satisfying
to
enough.
fuck
Why would I ever
Snape's
need another
wife.
man?"
It was a
Monogamy to Snape wasn't necessary, however, as both Rose and Tanya had husbands. They claimed that Snape supported his wives' marriages to another man.
Oh, wait, they
but
both
that
has
he was
husbands?
territorial and as such limited them to only being physically intimate with one other partner.
God, he's even getting cucked in this
beneficial
dimension.
to the Snape wives, as they claimed that Snape could use their husbands' bodies as a vessel to have sex with them.
Oh.
Describing this,
Nice.
Rose said, "Master would take over for my hubby and have fun. Basically, my hubby would do things in ways that only Master can and could." Rose also claimed that her husband failed to give her the attention and satisfaction that she
Hit her with
craved,
the Expelliarmus.
saying, "I can be sitting next to him either in a hot nightie or nothing at all and he barely notices me. No wonder I am more and more fleeing into my world with Master." She also engaged in sexual experiences with Snape while at work. One of Rose's fantasies included Snape killing her with a potion post-coitus, which allowed her to travel to his astral plane with him and join their souls together at long last. She also wrote fanfiction about her fantasies where she would spontaneously burst into flames as she danced with Snape. Unfortunately, not all of the Snape wives experienced the same sexual satisfaction.
Yeah, nothing sexually satisfying like bursting into flames.
As punishment, she said that Snape made her husband appear to not exist at his job,
He's a
and
tier
Tanya
1
refused
Joe
to allow him to be
Papel,
part of her
resub
sex life with
John
Snape,
Cole, Knight
which
Rider
included
Mo, and
acts
Prime
such as
Barlax.
erotic dancing that mimics the thrashing of one's body in the midst of an orgasm. At one point, he woke up while she was dancing erotically for Snape, and she would not continue until he left the house. George reportedly could not wait until Snape was gone from Tanya's life forever. Conchita had conflicting feelings on the polygamous marriage between Snape's sister wives. When discussing her upcoming wedding, she said, "I know there are also other wives of Snape. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but that is okay." However, after fighting with other Snape wives, she wrote a long list of things she believes Snape would not do, which includes engage in polygamy, allow his woman to have another man, marry more than one woman, and being sexually promiscuous. This fight further distanced her from Rose and Tanya.
I appreciate it.
The issue of monogamy to Snape was also a source of trouble between Rose and Tanya. Rose was becoming increasingly interested in the actor Mark Harmon, who played Agent Gibbs in NCIS. She enjoyed photoshopping him and Snape into scenes together.
Oh no!
Tanya believed that this was wrong, as she was not being faithful to Snape. This was the cause of a big fight between the two, which we'll come back to later.
Yeah,
in addition to an emotional connection,
Snape cannot stop getting cucked.
They have a spiritual connection with Snape and can channel him with varying degrees of success. Conchita said that she struggled to channel Snape, and she did not have much contact with him outside of apparently once catching him reading fan mail from other Snape wives.
Okay, hold on. Just want to take a second here. Out of the millions of informative videos, you watch this IQ-lowering dog water. You're so fucking cringe. Bro, you're spending your time on Twitch. You're also lowering your IQ. Jesus Christ. Just because you visit a couple political subreddits or something doesn't make you some kind of superior intellectual or something. I love learning about this shit. But yeah, man, you're right. I'm sure my intelligence is not even in the same astral plane as yours. Yeah. I'm sorry to have wasted your time here, Oldsroy. I feel bad now. Your time is so goddamn valuable too. You should really just be doing something more productive, like learning about, like, I don't know, covalent bonds or whatever you're learning about right now in school.
And organizing a birthday party for him. She once tried using her blood on a poster of Snape to channel him, but this only resulted in her offending the other Snape wives. Rose claimed to have slightly more success with channeling Snape, but despite her being able to hear her master's voice clearly, she said that her issues with channeling were caused by being brainwashed by the Christian church. Her main way of channeling Snape was through her tattoo, where she apparently felt a painful sensation when he touched her arm. Tanya was considered to be the most successful at channeling Snape, and she was adamant that it was not a roleplay. In a self-insert fanfiction, she wrote that Snape said that she was his vessel and that he would communicate with his wives through her. Her ability to channel Snape made her somewhat of a Snapist ringleader, because she was apparently able to communicate his divine will to others, such as stating that he would not tolerate annoying, giggling fangirls. She also claimed to have psychic powers, as she had visions of things that would be in the next book or movie.
Obviously she was a psychic. How the fuck is she gonna have sex with Snape if she's not?
And Snape sitting in his office at Hogwarts. She also claimed to channel Snape to have sexual roleplay with other Snapists. Although Snapeism forbade homosexuality, some people suggest that there may have been some degree of attraction or sexual experimentation between the wives under the guise of channeling Snape. During a fight between the Snape wives that will be looked into more later, Rose and Tanya criticized Conchita by saying that she was unable to channel Snape because her heart wasn't pure and she wasn't submissive enough to him. Fighting back,
but isn't
Conchita
Rose
said
also
that Tanya
fucking the
and Rose lied
NCIS
about
guy?
channeling Snape and made a post warning about them, saying, "If Severus Snape wants to speak to you, he will do that himself. Believe me, no one could ever impersonate him other than the real man/spirit. Do not believe medium/channelers that say they knew him for years and spread his word. Perhaps one day they used to, as sometimes we can all catch something from the other side, but most they tell you are lies and nonsense. Do not believe it, and please do not let it affect you. It is damaging."
No, I don't think anyone's gonna get murdered here or anything. I think they're just gonna all have sex with Snape.
Divorce. So now that I've laid out a basic understanding of Snapeism and the beliefs and practices of the Snape wives, I'd like to discuss the public reception.
The Fandom Wank
Snape wives
saga?
were relatively obscure until Fandom Wank discovered their posts.
What's the
Fandom
name
Wank
of
is a
it?
community dedicated to laughing at the drama that internet fans created, which is referred to as wank. In 2006, the user Narcissum posted a detailed chronicling of Conchita's online worship of Snapeism. It begins with her vows to Snape, a letter to him regarding how she felt her devotion was slipping, and a photo of her shrine to him, which was sadly not archived.
Oh,
According
what the
to
fuck?
one commenter, it was apparently disappointing because it wasn't as crazy as they'd anticipated. Narcissum goes on to mention the forum that Conchita created to share her faith with others, where Snape was a member and replied to some of the posts. Discussions revolved around topics like Snape's underwear, his pitiful childhood, Alan Rickman's hotness, James Potter's cruelty, Evanescence lyrics, their self-insult
Evanescence lyrics?
and most
Alright.
importantly, Snape's messages for them in their dreams.
Okay.
This post also includes an excerpt from a discussion between Conchita and Tanya where Tanya unsuccessfully tried to channel Snape for her. It goes on to document a fight between Tanya and Conchita that was sparked by Tanya posting an analysis of Snape's faults on her live journal page.
His
This
faults?
enraged Conchita, who wrote a long post discrediting Tanya's post as rubbish and lies.
Yeah, that's a bunch of
This did not
garbage.
deter Tanya, who responded by making another post about Snape's imperfections and weaknesses. In response, Conchita declared war on her. This fight led to Conchita writing 2 letters to Snape. The first was on September 19, 2006, and read, "Dearest Severus, this might be my last letter to you. Not because I stopped loving you. I can't do that, ever. Not because I am too
Conchita,
weak
don't
or
do
because
that.
I found someone. You are still my light. There will never be anyone else but you. And right now I'm stronger than ever, dealing with so much shit my head explodes. This might be the last one.
No!
Because I have to let you go for you and for me. Try to stop me if you do care. I dare you, Severus Snape. Stop me from letting go and tell me you notice me. Loving you, I will never stop. I just have to move on. I am
Oh my
sure
God.
you see what I mean. That
Conchita!
is, if you ever notice what I go through lately. I need my strength to fight for my kids. No more asking,
she had kids
waiting,
this
and
whole
pleading.
time?
No more rituals at all. If you want me, stop me. If you don't, let me go. Or tell me you hate me. That makes it easier. Please understand, I miss you so much that it takes away all my energy.
She like mails it to the
and
North
spirit.
Pole like a letter for
I only
Santa.
want to be with you while I should be looking after my kids. Set my mind free or be there for me. I dare and beg you. I am sorry, Severus. Apparently you were right all along. I am not the one, and I will never be worthy to be. Just forget about me.
Oh man.
Always yours. That will never change. Never. Damn. Be well, my dearest. Please forgive me my weaknesses." At the mention of her having
what the
kids while still
fuck?
being deeply obsessed with Snape, many commenters expressed concerns and the desire to report her to Child Protective Services.
Oh!
Conchita followed this with another letter on September 20th.
Snape, I
where she
lost the
confirms
kids.
that she will move on from him for good. In this letter, she writes, "One day later, indeed, that was my last letter.
Thanks, the resub.
You already know
Italy,
why I
the
say
2 gift
this.
subs
I
always
wish you
here.
well with
Thank
the
you, man.
woman/women of your choice, Severus. Now I know it was
Thanks
never
to the
me.
Bits Gaming Bear.
If you ever
and
want to know where I
man.
am, look for me in the shadows. I apologize for all the grief I have caused. I did not mean to. I was selfish, uncontrolled, and stupid. I will move on with you in my heart. That will never change. No one can make me lose that too, not even you, Severus. Be well and happy. I will always love you." While
wonder
she
if
was
she
done
still feels that
contacting
way.
him through letters, Conchita continued discussion of Snape on the forums. Less than a month later, on October 14th, 2006, she and Tanya reconciled.
Oh, that's nice.
Narcissism continues adding a few more updates, including that Rose showed up to defend her sister wives. The very last update is Snape's proclamation that none of the Snapists are allowed to post on Fandom Wank. There were over 5,000 comments on this post, with the majority either mocking the Snape wives or expressing concern over their beliefs. But rather than back down to the barrage of commenters, the Snape wives tended to defend themselves against the criticism. In response to Conchita's dismay at the negative attention they received, Tanya commented, "It isn't forbidden to dream and love, and just because those morons don't know how to, doesn't mean we don't.
True.
I shall carry on and to hell with them. I decided I will not make my stuff private, but I won't return to the page on risk of having myself chewed out by him. I will not let them change me. I tell you, it was hard for me not to run straight back over there and fight them, but Severus jumped my case and said the imbeciles weren't worth the effort or time.
It sounds like
and
something
as
Severus
always,
would say.
He is right." They also responded directly to their detractors. For example, in response to a negative comment, Rose replied, "The way I see things is that we tend to limit ourselves, our beliefs, our understanding, our willingness. Due to what? Society? Because people tend to be afraid of what they don't understand? Oh well, your all's loss, my gain.
True.
Does that make me sick?
Nope.
No more so than others. However, I do tend to live a real life with my hubby, my cats, my plants, my friends, my master. I stand where I stand, and ever so proudly."
Amen.
In response to an anonymous commenter who remarked that the Snape wives are delusional for obsessing over a fictional character when they themselves obsess over a hockey player, Tanya replied, "You obsess over a hockey player,
That's fucking huge cry.
Well,
Holy
that
shit.
could be judged to be just as bad as what we do, except we don't have to worry about famous personalities getting all upset."
True.
Tanya also apparently made several comments on the original post on Fandom Wank, presumably before Snape forbade his wives from posting. In the first, she said that she stood by everything on her website and encouraged others who did not agree with Snapeism to stay off her page. She also encouraged users to get a life and finished off the message by assuring them that Snape is in fact real. In the next comment, Tanya claimed that the post had not gotten to her and that the criticism on Fandom Wank was making her laugh. Although they had just made up, the era of peace between the Snape wives did not last for long. A follow-up post by Cato Potato in November of that same year documents yet another fight. This time, the argument is Conchita versus Rose and Tanya.
Man, what the fuck? I thought they were all friends. Why is this happening? How is there still 8 more minutes? What does this end with?
We can still piece together the final straw for the original Snape wives, which is said to be due to a major fight between Tanya and Rose.
Oh my
Tanya
god.
slammed Rose on LiveJournal. Rose implied that the fight was due to her increasing interest in Agent Gibbs. After all, you can't worship Snape and another god. That's just wrong. Rose justified her feelings by saying that while she did have another interest, he reminded her a lot of Snape. In one post, she explains, "I do love Severus Snape. I love him with all my heart, and I always will. No one can take him away from me, but even I have to say that I found someone who's pretty much like him, and my passion, obsession, need is being met there."
You sly
Rose blames her
dog.
wandering eye on Rowling not providing enough Snape merchandise for her. In 2010, Tanya's husband eventually forced her to go to Rose's house and apologize. She also asked Rose to give her her Snape posters back because she thought Rose no longer worshipped him as her master. This was apparently not the case.
Told her to do
Rose
this?
later writing, "LOL, LOL, not even when hell freezes over. I love him, always will. Period, end of story. When Snape captured my heart in 2000, that was that." Although she proclaimed her eternal love for Snape, the Snapist-related content began to die down on Rose's blog. At this point, she made a comment to a friend that said she used to be into Harry Potter, implying that she may no longer be a Snapist. Rose's blog was deleted in 2011, and there are no further updates on her or any of the other original Snape wives. We may never know if they're still loyal to Snape or if they found a new husband on an astral plane. With all this being said, I'd love to hear what you guys think regarding the legitimacy of Snapeism as a religious belief, or your thoughts on the Snape wives in general.
I think it's a very legitimate belief, if you ask me. I mean, that's just what I think. That was a pretty interesting fucking story. It kind of reminded me of the Final Fantasy house a little bit, where people astral projected that they were Final Fantasy characters, except this one was a lot more like 50 Shades of Grey fueled. Thanks for the bits again, always here. Did you see the Down the Rabbit Hole about that? Yeah, we watched that whole thing. The whole saga. It was great. Thanks to some Hyper Gauge. The animators who spent 40 years on a single film. The animators who spent 40 years on a single... Oh, it's Atrocity Guide. I really like Atrocity Guide, but it's getting late and I don't know if I want to watch a 45-minute one. That 29-minute one felt long. We'll save this for another night, but that does sound very interesting. Thanks to the resub. Yankindes and Dan. Yeah, I really like Atrocity Guide. What is 40 minutes compared to their 40 years? True. That movie, by the way, still isn't finished. Don't spoil it. Have you seen Adult Swim Off the Air? Yeah, man. Of course I have. Bob Larson casts out witchcraft. I do love Bob Larson. Thanks to the resub. We've met. Pretty sure I've seen this one. I've seen most of Bob Larson's exorcisms. I think Bob Larson's great. Have you heard about Killdozer? Yeah, Marvin. Smash Mouth singer Steve Harwell threatens fan in wild concert video. I see you've been on Reddit today, huh? I saw that earlier. It was, what was it, yesterday? Some TikTok creator posted a Smash Mouth concert. Dude was fucking hammered, speaking gibberish up there, and then tossing out insults. Yeah, here, I'll show it. Will this bring it up? Oh no, how often does he do this? What the fuck? Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Wait, what is this? Yelling at the crowd over bread? Smash Mouth! Yeah! Where are they? I don't want to get DMCA'd, so I'm skipping around a little bit. When does he freak out?
Come find your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. You throw one more piece of shit on fucking stage, I'm gonna come find your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. Whoever the fuck you are out there, okay?
Stop ruining the Smash Mouth concert!
Come here, come on.
Oh, someone just threw a whole soda can at him.
Come on stage. Come on stage, badass. Come on.
Oh, people are throwing shit like crazy now. Let's go.
On stage, whoever's throwing shit at me, I will tell you right now, I will beat the fuck out of you. Okay?
The background band is really killing it. Do it to the beat, Steve.
Because I'm gonna walk off stage, and guess what? You're paying for it, motherfucker, okay?
This is nice. This is my favorite remix.
Come on, somebody throw one more thing at me right now, and I'm gonna find you out. Okay.
Steve, fucking crowd surf and slap him around. Let's go! Let's go! Steve, don't give up. You can take him. He's asking for it. Hit him with some bread. People throw bread at ducks all the time and they don't even like bread. He's asking for bread. Pussy bitches? Pussy bitches? I'll show you, pussy bitch! Throw out like a bread grenade. It's gotta be hard being Steve. He exists as a meme. That's like his whole sense of being. Sing it, Steve! They're trying their best to help you out here. You look real dumb. Damn, did he not freak out anymore? Damn. The new one is much worse than that. So this is today, I guess, yesterday, whatever, and it's fucking great. I've become a huge Steve fan.
Okay, I know the ethics of this aren't great, but I did just see Smash Mouth perform live at a local beer and wine festival. When I say this is the most chaotic show I've ever seen in my entire life, I have no words.
At no point was the sound balanced. Unintelligible speech.
You're killing it, Steve. He's like someone's drunk dad at like a high school sports event. Let's go, Steve! God, I love Steve. There's a longer video. So, oh, is this it?
Lead singer Steve Harwell went
Oh
beyond.
no, there is a longer video I saw of it. I don't know where that would be, but apparently he does this a lot. Oh, let me see. That's pretty sad. He's apparently always been a douchebag, from what I read. He's apparently never been a good guy. So how often does he freak out? At least he's an honest douchebag? True. Oh, here's another one wasted during performance. Oh, that didn't show me anything. He didn't even look drunk. Just sounded like normal Steve. Is there any other good Steve freakouts? Steve Harwell freakout. Just take a chance here. This is the same concert, different angle. Thanks to the resub Blazer. Thanks to the resub Jizzle. Rock stars destroy hecklers. I wouldn't necessarily put Mark McGrath here. He didn't really destroy the heckler. Damn, yeah, I guess there's not a whole lot of Steve. Yeah, that was with the whole Sugar Gay incident. That was like one of the very first viral videos that I can recall going off.
A career, but feed described breaking 9. This a restaurant, and he had absolutely no patience.
Oh god, okay. Let me just find them. What would I type in? I don't think it would come up with sugar. What might come up with Sugar Gay? Oh yeah, here it is.
Make a hole, gentlemen! Make a hole! Move it! Sugar Gay!
said sugar gas? I'm beating your fucking ass. Who said that? Did you? No. I'll choke your fucking face. You say that? No, I didn't say anything. You want to be smart? Did I say anything? Did I say anything? Did you say something? No, I did not say anything. Choke your fucking head.
Hey, Mark, can I get your autograph, man?
He's a prime Sir Snaily.
All right, cool.
You beat the fuck out of that guy right there.
Which one? Tomorrow.
The one that Mini Driver is going to do.
I'll choke your fucking face. You say that again. Did I say anything?
Yes, you did.
Hold on, he didn't finish his autograph.
I want to fucking down. You know? I'm some smart ass. Fucking
I wonder if he was the one that said it. I don't think he is. Look like he's actually there for an autograph.
I'll fucking choke your fucking face. You know that? Are you done?
And you can't choke his face, by the way, Mark.
Pussy, are you? These guys got some static. These guys are a choke ass bitch. You'll never make it in this business. You're fucking. You done?
Alright, I won't play the whole thing. I'm sure we've all seen it, but that's a fucking classic. Thanks to the Prime Chilla Wafer and the resub No Rest for the Wicked. Have I seen the cinematics for Squirrelmageddon? No. Yeah, I've seen Disrupt's videos. They're all over the place. Thanks to the gift sub Cantaloupe. He got so triggered. Yeah, it was... This whole Sugar Gay meltdown is just a classic moment. He owns up to it now. I know that. Like, he's very, like, self-aware of how dumb he fucking looked. He's a tier 1 Kit Kat. So I think that's a pretty, like, happy conclusion. Thanks to Prime, C Prime. Ado is trolling their backers and it's hilarious. What's that, like a scam? Abandoned Memphis Pyramid. I don't usually like watching the abandoned stuff. It's just kind of boring. Thanks to the Prime Deck. And the resub Billiam. Just bought Smash Mouth tickets. I want to go see Smash Mouth now. And maybe I'll bring a couple crumbs of bread just to try and ignite the fire a bit. Fan the flames. See what happens. Like I said, I think those concerts look fucking great. Professor Ponage. Didn't someone recommend that a while ago? Isn't that old Machinima series? Yeah, wait, what? This?
Give him the last few minutes here.
Classic? I don't recognize this. The name seems familiar.
Thanks, Gary. I have a message for one person in this audience. I'm sorry the rest of you have to sit through this. As you know, my computer was stolen in my last lecture. The thief clearly wanted to betray everyone's trust and was after the exam. The thief was smart not to plug the computer into the campus network.
Holy shit.
The thief was not smart enough to do three things. He was not smart enough to immediately remove Windows. I installed the same version of Windows on another computer within 15 minutes. The people in Redmond, Washington were very interested to know why it was that the same version of Windows is being signaled to them from two different computers. The thief also did not inactivate either the wireless card or the transponder that's in that computer.
Ooh, rookie mistake.
Within about an hour, there was a signal from various places on campus that's allowed us to track exactly where that computer went at every time that it was turned on. I'm not particularly concerned about the computer, but the thief who thought he was only stealing an exam is presently, we think, probably still in possession of 3 different kinds of data, any one of which can send this man, this young boy, actually, to federal prison.
Oh.
Not a good place for a young boy to be.
No, probably the worst place.
Data from a $100 million trial sponsored by the NIH, for which I'm a consultant. This involves some of the largest companies on the planet. The NIH investigates these things through the FBI. They have been identified. They've been notified about this problem. You are in possession of trade secrets from a Fortune 1000 biotech company, the largest one in the country, which I consult for. The Federal Trade Communication is very interested in this. Federal marshals are the people who handle that. You are in possession of proprietary data from a pre-public company planning an IPO. The Securities and Exchange Commission is very interested in this, and I don't even know what branch of law enforcement they use. Your academic career is about to come to an end.
Oh
you are
my
facing
God.
very serious charges with a probability of very serious time. At this point, there's very little that anybody can do for you. The one thing that you can do for yourself is to somehow prove that the integrity of the data which you possess has not been corrupted or copied. Ironically, I am the only person on the planet that can come to your aid because I am the only person that can tell whether the data that was on that computer are still on that computer. You will have to find a way of hoping that if you've copied anything, you can prove that you have only
Holy
one copy
fuck.
of whatever was made. I am tied up all this afternoon. I am out of town all of next week. You have until 11:55 to return the computer and whatever copies you've made to my office, because I'm the only hope you've got of staying out of deeper trouble than you or any student that I've ever known has ever been in. I apologize to the rest of you to have to bring up this tasteful matter, but I will point out that we have a partial image of this person. We have 2 eyewitnesses. With the transponder data, we're going to get this person. Thank you.
Holy fuck. I felt like I was in trouble that entire time. Did that student go to jail for life? Like that, I feel like they deserve it now. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen that video. There has to be a follow-up to this. Associated articles. Let me check. Well, that didn't work. The articles must be very fucking old. Bad bluff. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty hardline stance. I think that would absolutely work on a college kid. It would work on me. I would have raised my hand and been like, bro, I found it. I swear to God. I thought it was mine. We have the same stickers. Read the comments. Thanks to the resub Grucci. Have I ever seen the Brony dating sim? No. The comments are pretty good. Yeah, no follow-up that I can find. The professor's name is Jasper Rhine. There's an actual Wikipedia page for this. Okay, let's take a peek. Jasper, yep, here he is. Jasper Rhine. Stolen laptop incident. Okay, so it was a bluff. The laptop merely held confidential student information. The laptop was later recovered and a man from San Francisco was subsequently arrested and charged by the Alameda County District Attorney's Office with possession of stolen property. We got him. Jasper. Wow. Did you watch the Vitaly arrest video from a few days ago? He got arrested again? Bro, how many times is this guy gonna get arrested? Holy shit. If I recall correctly, he got arrested last time for like jumping out of a vehicle to beat up a woman, right? Dude's fucked. Let me see. Before I watch this, I want to get the background. There's only one article about this. Is this like an old video they just released? Oh, yeah. No, it is. I should have just read the description. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Are you tripping? No. No. You're tripping. I know.
Tell me exactly what's happening, ma'am. Somebody's outside beating the out of somebody. Lock your doors and windows and do not let the person in. Are there any weapons involved?
Yeah, it's crazy, Bob.
No, he's just beating the out of somebody. Okay. Female on the ground. He was punching her in the face left and right. Okay. The female's in our driveway. I'm just beating the out of a girl.
The male, is he white or black?
She said white. They're both white. A white guy with blondish hair, wearing no t-shirt and yellow shorts. He's got blood all over her.
How old is the patient?
Is there blood in this video? Because I can't watch it if there is.
20.
Because I'm just walking my dog and I see that there is a guy in a yellow shorts.
Wasn't he on Ridiculousness? He was also on Bang Bus.
He actually approached us, but then he starts he started beating some woman.
Yeah, Blood's TOS. I do want to see this arrest though. Vitaly's been like a YouTuber that has had perhaps the most shocking history. Like, I can't think of any other YouTuber more fucked up than this guy, to be honest. Like, with the shit that he's been arrested for. Well, I guess that's the wrong way of phrasing it. Okay, I can't show... There is blood in this, so I don't know if I can show it. Yeah, I don't think I can watch this on stream. I'm probably going to watch this on my own, though. I'd want to see it. He's still making videos. He's out of jail. He didn't stay in jail very long. What's the channel he posts on now? It's the one where he always hangs out with fucking Dan Bilzerian. I don't know where it is. Is there some olive? We already watched all the Steve Will Do It stuff. He does porn now? He doesn't do porn now. He used to do porn. Poorly. Like the most well-known thing is on the Bang Bus, he couldn't get a boner. So he just had his fucking little wet noodle dick flopping around. I don't think he does porn anymore. Then he started hitting the juice really hard and he got fucking weird. I see tier 1 Foo World. It has been a long time since Starman. Maybe. He's 29? I absolutely thought he was in his 40s. Are you serious? He's 29? That's pretty fucking crazy. These are the 5 gift sub socks. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good week. What, week just started? Hope you had a good day. Thanks, socks. Thanks to the resub Hurt Reynolds. I know it's been a while since Starman. Like I said, he's become more self-aware now, so it's not as, like, goofy. It's much more on the nose. Like, he released that video with the 10-year-old that he kills or something. I haven't watched it, but I do know about it. Thanks to resub Nosferatu. I think that's great for him, but for me, I like it when they never become self-aware. World records. What is there, any new goofy ones? I think the prime Zeggy. Largest collection of Coca-Cola cans.
It's a Big Mac. I'm hungry. Cool. Oh.
Holy shit.
Hi, my name is Gary Fang from Ontario, Canada.
Hey, Gary.
I'm the Guinness World Record holder of the largest collection of soft drinks.
Thanks for 5 gift subs, Nath.
Same brand.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
It's Coca-Cola. Now let me unbox this Stranger Things Coke limited edition collector's box.
They have collector's boxes for Coke.
Oh, found out this secret document here. Stranger Coke, like a really serious thing. So look at the shape of these Coke cans. This really special. This can is not for sale in the market. Coca-Cola company give out to some YouTuber, some famous social media people to promote the show. These cans from Brazil.
How many people collect Coke cans?
Years of Big Mac.
That's a stupid question. I already know it's going to be a lot.
Let's take a look. This can is candy side for the LGBT. It looks like a Coke can, but actually it's Fanta inside this can. Coca, what language is that? So it's mixed with English and Korean. This can is for President Trump and President in North Korea, Kim Jong-un, first meet in South Korea. My favorite 2 pieces in my collection. The story was July the 12th, 1985. The space shuttle Challenger went up to the space. Coke actually make it the first soft drink to be consumed in the space. So it has a really special design.
Hold on, I just got really curious. How many Coke collectors are there? Because there's clearly a market for it when they make like limited edition cans and special merch for Coke collectors. Holy shit, some of these old Coke cans are going for thousands. And like old Coke posters? What the fuck? Wow. That's pretty crazy. Who invented Coke? Let's see. I know it was originally like with real cocaine, right? Or is that just an old myth? Let's see the origin. Confederate Colonel John Pimbleton, wounded in the American Civil War and addicted to morphine, had a medical degree and began to find a quest for a substitute for a problematic drug. Morphine, I guess. In 1885, at Pemberton's Eagle Drug and Chemical House, his drugstore, he registered Pemberton's French wine Coca Nerve Tonic. It may have been inspired by the formidable success of Vive Mariani, French Coruscant Coca wine, but his recipe additionally included the African cola nut, the beverage source of caffeine. It is also worth noting that the Spanish drink called Cola Coca was presented at a contest in Philadelphia in 1885, a year before the official birth of Coca-Cola, and the rights for the Spanish drink were bought by Coca-Cola in 1953. In 1886, Atlanta and Fulton County passed the prohibition legislation, and Pemberton responded by developing Coca-Cola, a non-alcoholic version of Pemberton's French wine Coca. It was marketed as Coca-Cola, the temperance drink. What an interesting history. So it was started by a Confederate colonel in 1885. It says nothing about cocaine used in it. So that must have just been a rumor. These are the tier 1 Aphilic and the prime Duntix and Uno. No, it's true. I don't see anything about that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Use of stimulants in the formula. When launched, Coca-Cola's 2 key ingredients were cocaine and caffeine. The cocaine was derived from the coca leaf and caffeine from the cola nut, leading to the name Coca-Cola. Pemberton called for 5 ounces of coca leaf per gallon of syrup, a significant dose. In 1891, Candler claimed his formula contained only 1/10 of this amount. Coca-Cola once contained an estimated 9 milligrams of cocaine per glass. For comparison, a typical dose of cocaine is 50 to 75 milligrams. In 1903, it was removed. Holy shit. Since then, Coca-Cola has used cocaine-free coca leaf extract, and today that extract is prepared at Stephan Company plant in New Jersey, the only manufacturing plant authorized by the federal government to import and process coca leaves, which it obtains from Peru and Bolivia, and Stephan Company extracts cocaine from the coca leaves, which it then sells to Mallinckrodt, the only company in the United States licensed to purify cocaine for medical use. Holy shit. That's incredible. I never really looked up the history of Coca-Cola. Started by a Confederate colonel, and you used to get some nice cocaine with it. And I guarantee some of those workers at the plant are just playing with that cocaine a little bit, selling it on the low. Like, why not? Thanks for the gift sub, Cosby and resub, Mitchy Mitch and Jock.
In the space. It's beautiful. It's also a piece of history as well. The Russian version is actually more weird. I believe many cans collectors are dreaming to have this piece in their collection. In my hand is the first can ever produced in late 1955. Then,
oh, it used to be in bottles.
Came out
yeah.
in 1967. Who you gotta call? Ghostbuster. So this can was issued.
Yeah, I know the recipe is super top secret.
Ghostbuster film was out. And then the second row is for the Ghostbuster 2 issue in different countries. This one is all my American cans. Coca-Cola designed these cans for their employee or for some private party. How nice is that? And the Coke decided to produce some cans for their private wedding. Some people just drink it and dump it, so it is not that many left in the world.
God damn it, this just got me curious again. So one thing I know, and this is true, the Coca-Cola recipe is literally like the Krabby Patty formula. Like the security and the secrecy of it is no joke. If I remember correctly, it's locked in like Fort Knox. Hold on. But how do they produce it then? Because there's only like 2 people in the world that know the recipe. So how are they able to mass produce Coke? It's somewhere along the pipeline, someone would have to know it, right? Thanks to the resub, fragging or lagging. So how are they able to produce it? The procedure is what's secret. It's the same thing. Like without the procedure, the ingredients mean nothing. The procedure is part of the recipe, man. You're picking hairs. Like just knowing the ingredients does not give you Coke. You have to know how to prepare it too. So I'm just wondering like how they're able to mass produce it if there's only like 1 or 2 people in the world that are currently allowed to know it. When you go on the Wikipedia, they have it all listed out, though. So you can at least look at the ingredients. What a fucking interesting history. Thanks to the resub Scrumple and the Prime Gimpy Peanut and the resub Crackhead Joe and Infamous. It's just a marketing gimmick. Maybe this was a myth, but I'm pretty sure it's real. Hold on. Because as far as I know, the recipe, like how to actually combine the ingredients, is not known. Like at all. Thanks to the Prime Flicker Leaf. So the closest they came was when they initially got labeled harmful to health in 1911 and had to reveal the ingredients to the court in order to get a pass. But they never actually give the recipe or how it's prepared. Thanks for some clumsy insult. Yeah, I just don't know how they're able to produce it then, because the formula has to come from somewhere.
I would love to have a can with my picture on it.
Thanks to Prime Nezin.
My collection. When there is a Coke factory open, they will have this can as a souvenir. Look at the shape of this.
The syrup gets delivered to the factories. Yeah, but someone has to prepare that syrup.
This can was
some company has to prepare that syrup.
Issued in the 1995 or 1996. Because of the shape of the can, it actually caused difficulty for the vending machine. So it was just out in the market for a really short of time. Every single one of these cans is designed by a different local artist. Absolutely a piece of art. Another room here, all these cans are soccer topics. Every time they have World Cup,
yeah, true.
World Cup, Euro Cup,
that's a good point. The Apple example was another good point.
Soccer topic cans, really nice. Love it. This box set is for the 2018 FIFA World Cup Championship. France win the championship. This wall is for the different cultures. Chinese New Year's can set from different years. The golden color cans, when you look at these cans,
those are cool.
It's caffeine free, but actually it's not. It's just regular favorite Coke cans for the 100 years of Coca-Cola, 50 years in Singapore. That's for the Olympic Games,
calcium.
Beijing. And even this silver one is really weird too. Got some more sports can here.
God damn it, this is another one that I heard. This one, I'm not sure. I never looked at this one. I'm not going to. But as far as I know, no one person except two people know the whole recipe. They only know parts. The whole recipe is only written on one piece of paper, and that's the one that's kept in the vault. But I've heard that as well, where different departments know different parts of the recipe, and then it gets combined somewhere. And I really would believe it. I honestly would. I believe in that myth.
It's also the Olympic World Wine Partner spawns the 1928 Olympic game.
At least I choose to because it's cool.
Single Olympic game since then. The whole city
Thanks to resub Trini.
Olympic games in the past. So I always say that Coca-Cola is not only the drink.
That's crazy, Prinny.
Some cultures there. They witness the history.
I want to climb the Coca-Cola ladder just to know the formula.
2016.
I'd never be able to reveal it, or else I'm sure their wrath would come down.
So this is a really rare can.
But I'd love to know it.
Cans from Africa have
it's gonna be so fucking underwhelming.
Design as well. All these cans in front of me is celebrating the Independence Days for the countries in Africa. Got the Zambia, Ghana, Zimbabwe. It's really nice cans. So this can was made up, I believe, in the late 80s. Look, this can is made of plastic. Regular flavor, Diet Coke.
The same with KFC in their formula.
Have this material too.
Well, KFC's formula and recipe is already known. It's just, it's grease. Grease and filth.
Different topic as well for different event. Look at this can. You would think this can is from China. Nope, this can is from the States. Why is that? I believe that the United States just opened up the market in China. And China at that time, they don't have their own factory.
Easy resub Wonders
All
Web.
the cans were made in the States and exported to China. Look at the Coca-Cola family. We got classic here, diets, all different flavors. The energy drink, diets, all kind of flavor. Strawberry, blueberry, vanilla, lime, lemon, orange, the classic cherry. Coke Life, if you remember that, the C2. Discontinued already. The coffee flavor.
These are pretty cool cans, admittedly.
Coffee and chocolate, tasty.
I guess I never really paid attention to the art on Coke cans. Giant Vegetable Championship.
This is not a beauty contest. This is a place where size matters. And here there be monsters.
Welcome to the land of the giants.
Holy shit. It's like a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode.
Best gardeners descend into the valleys of Malvern.
Well, those two are pathetic. Pathetic.
Glory.
Show me one of those fucking Stonehenge pumpkins again.
Just the prize money they're after. They're here to break records and make history. And they won't let anyone
What the fuck? That's not even a vegetable, it's an alien.
By a cheat.
Dude fucking raided Area 51.
Anything to make a name for himself, he'll do. He doesn't like me. In fact, we've fallen out now.
This is Ian Neal.
What is that?
Renowned grower, so talented that he attracted the attention of Snoop Dogg, who was looking for some growing tips. And so you got to meet him?
I got to meet him. Well,
that's pretty cool.
We did that.
But today, he's.
Can I smoke this giant plum?
He doesn't like me beating it.
It's competitive then, this.
It is, as long as it's here. See, that is quality.
I'm not entirely sure who he's talking about.
They look like giant hearts, like dinosaur hearts.
It's got an interesting kink. We're saying it looks like Hannibal Lecter.
What the fuck was that? A jalapeno or something?
Vegetable ward has arrived and is already talking a big game.
Thanks for Prime Aspect and Resub Tylenol.
Raw beans.
Ah.
So if I can get 100 grams, he'll accept the record.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cannibal. I have no advice. But yeah, moving on just takes time. It's fucking awful.
Just a baby.
It gets her again.
Yeah,
it does.
Well, that's the one I'm. Craig, okay.
I'll just check with the office. But that looks good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, exciting. Yeah. Yes. So there might still be more to come to beat
Possibly.
Okay. So it looks like Joe Atherton has added another record to his impressive.
That's a nice carrot.
This will be the last we see.
I don't know what that is. That actually looks like the baby that got born in Men in Black.
This is me baby.
That little alien baby. Like spits on him. Ooh, that's a nice pumpkin.
There is one name that everybody fears, and he's just turned up with a car full of giants. It's
Jesus
Peter
Christ.
Glazebrook.
The Peter Glazebrook? Fuck!
You may also recognize Peter from the.
I thought he was banned from growing vegetables.
He certainly does know his onions.
Jesus Christ.
17 world records over the years.
He's a madman!
Monstrous cauliflowers, carrots, and leeks and parsnips.
God, he's glazing the competition.
To add to his list. We're looking at 3.06 at the minute, kilos for the record. What do you reckon? Let's have a look. 312, it's settling on. Wow, okay.
Not bad.
Ian's got some in competition today, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, it's,
because of the crack, it might
that's
not
no Peter Glazebrook.
It's not rotten, though.
See, if you still have the record by the end of the day.
Well, I know.
There we go. Brilliant. Thank you, Peter. It's very kind. It's bigger than my head. I'm not saying something, I've got a big head.
Holy shit.
So we're trying to offload this giant pumpkin. It's actually so big we can't work out how to get it safely off without damaging.
Yeah, you're destroying the forklift. It's, oh my god, it's like 1,500 pounds.
Oh no, it's damaging it.
We're gonna need like some heavy machinery in here. Forklift's just not gonna do it. Oh, now it's bleeding. Oh no.
Oh well, sort of success. 2 records so far it seems, but there are still many more vegetables to arrive. One in particular which will get the whole...
Whoa, what is that?
But at this stage you might be asking, how do they do it?
Magic? I don't know. Sorcery? I wasn't even asking that.
Dedication.
Yeah.
It's 365 days a year, 24/7. If you're not doing it, you think...
What sets Joe apart from all the other growers is his family, I think, his support.
It was one year my Christmas presents won the greenhouse.
Good seed, good ground, good weather, good luck.
I'm pretty sure we've seen that, Hime. We watched a lot of Orangutan School.
About holiday and helping your neighbour water, me won't water. No, they won't look after him like you do.
Takes relationship breakdowns.
This is Kevin Forte, holder
Kevin.
of 3 Guinness World Records
He's
titles,
no Peter
and
Glazemaster,
son
but
of the
not
founder
bad.
of the first giant vegetable competition in the UK.
We do talk to our vegetables, you know. Some people play music to the vegetables, and we do stroke our marrow. And last night it grew an extra 2 inches, so was even wrapping our giant marrows and
That's
our
pretty
melons
good.
in duvets, so just to keep them warm.
That ain't bad, Kevin.
Just like our children. Vegetables are just like humans, and we're trying to grow marrows as tall as us. So some of these have been cross-pollinated with other marrows. So what we're doing every
Holy
year
shit,
is
those zucchinis mean
it's
business.
just like breeding a racehorse, really. We're trying to breed a purebred marrow, really, which gets over the line for the Guinness World Record.
You've got to have covers, greenhouses, you know. So that your setup is going to cost you several thousand before you start. And you need a good wife, of course, who can support you.
Growing is our life. And Peter has always swapped seeds with other growers, and usually they're quite kind, you know.
So you've got a hard job, you've got to lay out the longest veg.
You've gained 8 inches.
So what the fuck? What was that?
I don't know, you just walk away from each other and then probably meet up at end of show. And then, or I'd end up walking home same as
This is just a wholesome competition. Just some men growing some fat fucking pumpkins and shit.
And I've now broken it. This is how big the vegetables are, it's breaking my equipment. So these are really good examples of almost record-worthy, longest vegetables, all grown by Joe. Beetroot, has carrot, parsnip and radish, which look like the standard thing, but as you go down you'll see they just keep on going and going and going and going still and going, and in fact the radish carries on going.
Damn!
The question is,
Good
will
work
there
on
be
the
anyone else
radish.
today turning up to beat his record?
At this show, you just never know who's going to come out the woodwork.
Yeah, okay.
Never.
That's the icky part, though. That's the world record part.
We've
Don't
just
disrespect
been
it.
tipped off that there's potentially a new largest or heaviest marrow, which is very exciting. So I'm going to go and check with Martin quickly.
How many giant vegetable growers are there?
On the table.
A world record?
Yeah.
Really? I could have a look at it.
Okay, interesting.
Looks very good.
93.
Very good.
Gosh, so it's gone up quite a chunk, isn't it? 116, that's a huge jump. Size does matter, there's proof, look at that. So who is this Mr. Sjoden?
Was he cheating? Is he using performance
Sjoden's
enhancers?
not just good at growing marrows, as we see him
Holy
chopping off
shit.
2 of the competition's biggest pumpkins.
Because it's so significantly bigger than everyone else's this year of all years, and it's bigger than the world record.
Does he give sub
Well,
Bertha?
it's now the new world record, I would say. So what's the difference then? What have you done that's...
Plenty of love and care, isn't it? You've got to look after it, haven't you?
Okay.
Whatever
Well,
that
that's what they all
means.
say, but how come yours is so much bigger?
Plenty manure.
Okay.
Liquid seaweed. And
Ah,
yeah.
liquid seaweed.
And I live right by the sea.
And you do you think that's... is there any chance of a photograph? Like how... have you got someone to help lift it? Can you, or just even tip it up so you can stand next to it? Because it'd be a great photograph to get it in the book.
Is Kevin still here?
No, Kevin was just arrested. You're gonna ruin his zucchini.
This marrow weighs the equivalent of a couple of 12-year-old children, or an
What a
adult
weird thing to
kangaroo, or
compare
even
that
a
to.
giant panda.
You got it now? Yeah, got it. You sure now?
What's amazing is that it's been such a strange year, and you see what everyone else has grown, and yet he's not only beaten everyone else in the UK, he's beaten the world record from the Netherlands. So it's a spectacular grow. How exciting! I'm getting excited over a marrow.
Who wouldn't? That thing was
We've
nutty.
come to the end of the first
It was huge.
day at the Cannes show. Everyone's had the chance now to have their specimens weighed, displayed. You see them all on display. It's looking amazing. But the reckoning comes tonight, really. I know these guys are really keen. They play it cool, but But I know
That would be
this
cool,
key to
lazy,
find
yeah.
out if they are Guinness World Records title holders. Let's see.
I just want to see who wins.
There's just enough rivalry between these green-fingered Goliaths to make this an unmissable date in the calendar. I can't wait to see what's unearthed.
So that, I'm guessing that one for that category. Pretty cool vegetables. Very impressive. The radish has tits. It's true, yeah. The radish did have tits. Top 10 scary broadcast interruptions. Sounds awful. It's just gonna be Max Headroom, I bet. Max Headroom was pretty cool, though. You know what? Here. Just for you. Well, this looks awful. Even more so than I expected.
Broadcast interruptions are rare events. When something happens that is totally unexpected, maybe someone accident. According to internet legend, this was a broadcast hack that happened in 2008, affecting a number of communities in the town of Niobrara in Wyoming. Their regular news show was interrupted with this.
Preparation for the 2008 general election. Republican President Jackson.
Whoa!
Over the next 6 minutes or so, viewers were shown text messages and strange visuals with audio snippets playing over them. Every 10 to 15 seconds, a message would appear announcing that this was a special presentation.
Yeah, it sucks. I already don't want to continue watching. Ugh. Hardcore Chinese street massage fixes my broken ankle. What? That sounds incredible. Okay, that was it, yeah. This?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Shama.
Hey.
We're today in New York City, Chinatown. There's a guy right on this street over here who does what may be the only street massage in New York City. Hello.
Well, his ankle is definitely not broken. Oh damn, he's fucking roasting him.
我30
你太年轻，你哪有那么多人？你20岁的小，现在谈正规怎么了？要说
是问题是我几个月前我把脚扭伤了，他现在还差不多，我可以跑步啊，我可以走路了，但是他还稍微有点酸痛，能动的范围不太大。
This guy seems nice.
他中文讲的这么好啊？不就是你看吗？
不是这里不是是稍微这个左边一点。
So why am I watching this? It just seems very wholesome.
不用跟那个，就这是个你这个经络在这里。啊，对。看到了啊，看到了。
这个很舒服。
He beats his ass. Yeah, just slaps him.
不要钱那个吗？不要钱的，不要钱的。啊，不用钱的，这样好。对，这样好。没有理由不用钱的。
Hey, Zerisa Balak.
不要钱的，那你是怎么？
这是我说的吗？整个世界。
This is just wholesome. Like what? This isn't even like weird. Pretty normal. A bit of an improvised technique.
你中文在哪里学的？
北京。对。
His leg's just gonna snap down. All fixed.
这个可不是学，对，这个
天生就有嘛。
这个都是有那个师傅在。如果你没有各方面的那个经验的。
That's gotta hurt like a bitch. Especially if his ankle really is fucked up.
你怎么？我刚才你那个轻的， 我都不会见，不是皮肤很厉害，他这个脚就比你厉害。
The dude just beats up legs for a living. Hey, come here, it's a free massage. Snaps the leg in half.
刚才在按你的时候，这里有疙瘩疙瘩的，我现在还有吗？没有了，看到吗？没有了。我告诉你，我今年我要准备回去了。回去了以后，我在上海永远是第一。
上海永远是第一。你在纽约也是第一啊！这个有谁做这样的吗？
这里没有比赛的，这里要有比赛的话。
All right. So you just keep slapping him. He can't walk anymore. These falls.
Wow.
Thanks for some corn dog.
他好像真的好一点了。
怎么真的好一点？好就是好不大。
哇，这个好棒哎。
That'll be $500. Oh, wait a minute. Extracurricular. Karate chops his neck. We get him like the Austin Powers judo chop. Passes out, takes his wallet. Oh! That's painful. That definitely doesn't feel good. All of a sudden his arm's gonna be a little bit longer. Oh!
万一给他弄坏了怎么办呢？
听着不等于白打。
也是。
与其白打，我还不如不打，不打我还能搂一下。
Thanks to the bits Tori and the Prime Daytona.
站起来，站起来。你看好了，是不是举起来？这么摇，啊对，摇20下。晚上摇一次，白天摇一次。他要天天这么摇，永远不会停。
那确实是要钱。
It'll never hurt?
这多少钱？
美国不需要钱，你到美国来干什么？当然需要钱。
啊，多少？
不是我要多少，你就给100万，你给我，还多少？能够面子上过。
Well, this was wholesome. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the most effective massage I've ever seen, but it was still pretty wholesome. There will never be another massage artist like Lou. OG stream viewers will remember Lou. He was a guy who pretended to be a masseuse, and he'd go around in public and only massage women, and only on their ass cheeks or their titties. Sometimes their feet, and he'd kind of breathe on their toes. He got banned recently, I heard. Or he's in jail, it was one of the two. Thanks for the resub, Travis. And the big tier 3, Daigi Maki. Thank you for the massive tier 3. Welcome aboard. True, comrade. I remember that. Yeah. What was his name? I'll double check to see if it was accurate, but someone said that he got banned. It was Lou. How about just Lou Massage? Lou Dong Massage. Oh, he still has one of his channels. See what I mean? Sometimes he'd go on the beach and he'd go under their bikini and start squeezing their tits. And for some reason, they let him. Just because he said he was a masseuse. This must be a second channel. This is a second channel. He used to have over 100,000 subs. Looks like he's expanded now. He works on dudes too. It used to only be women. Oh, it's called Hot White Guy number 1. Big ass massage. Yeah, you can see why he wasn't exactly touted as the best masseuse. Hipster's Vag Rub. Thanks to the Prime, Agent Text and Beaver, and the resub Sydney. Okay, hold on a second though. Can I show any of these?
Yes. You need.
I don't think so. Not on Twitch. I can't believe the shit you can get away with by just saying you're a masseuse. Crazy. But yeah, that's Lou. Best massaged in the game. Best masseuse in the game, baby. Thanks to the Prime. Wog. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Maybe he didn't get banned. I didn't get his name right. No, he got banned. Thanks to the 10 gift subs, Daigi. I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong, but thank you for the 10 gift subs, Maki. Appreciate the generosity. Thanks to the resub, Chaz. Have you heard of McCamey Manor? Yeah, that's the one where he just like actually tortures people at the Halloween thing. At his haunted house. Yeah, I know McCamey Manor. Thanks to the Prime, Jeff Boyardee. And they need the 5 gift subs, Bobby Man Swaggin. Thank you, Bobby Man. Have you seen How to Seduce Someone Through Hypnosis? It's from Red Letter Media. No, I haven't seen that. He's a Prime Color Dumper. His main is not banned. Really? Someone said it was spiritual massage. This is a dangerous rabbit hole. I'm just gonna stop. Thanks to the resub Chewbacca's nipples. The most hated man on Reddit. Thank you for goddamn. Thank you for another 10 gift subs, Maki. I really appreciate the generosity. Alright, give me 1 second though. I want to take a little tinkle before this one. I'm back. Whoa. Thanks for resub dissonance. Alright. Carl H., the most hated man on Reddit. Never heard of him. I'm not exactly a power Reddit user either. I would have expected it to be Gallo Boob.
330 million. That is the amount of active users on internet juggernaut Reddit. Most people who are familiar with this site know that it's a place where you can find answers to topics or like-minded people on practically anything. From trying to figure out a song from an old movie to the latest updates on political news. It's also a good place to go when you're trying to learn something or at least get tips on increasing your knowledge about it.
That's probably like the last place you should go.
Fixing your credit score, figuring out that noise your car is making.
Tier
There
1
are
seems
communities and
legit.
threads that will cover all of that, and so much more. Every day the site is host for millions of people getting assistance like this. Strangers helping strangers, for nothing at all in return. There is the occasional award you can get, but overall there is no monetary gain you will receive. Yet this doesn't dissuade people from continuing to make a positive reputation for themselves. One such individual was at one point one of these helpful people, a man who was praised by thousands of people, who had a nearly flawless stance on the site, and was even given Redditor of the Day.
Redditor of the
And
Day?
suddenly it stopped.
Like Employee of
What
the Month
followed
at the
was not
Krusty
only
Krab?
disgusting and vile, but cemented the fact that you truly do not know a person when it comes to the only interaction with them being through a computer screen.
Well, yeah.
This is the story of how
Yeah.
a man who was seemingly helpful and friendly on the outside had a
Toss.
sinister and dark.
Why do people keep saying toss? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to skip in here to make sure. What the fuck would be toss about it? People say it's a fucked up story, and that may be true, but do they show anything? The story itself can be fucked up, but as long as they don't show anything, it's fine. And it doesn't look like they do. Yeah, fucked up stories aren't toss. It's only an issue when they're like showing like a bloody picture or something. There's a resub Swan.
Dark lifestyle behind closed doors. This is the story of Carl Harold.
Carl. Thanks for resub No Cry. And the prime potato. Carl posted cringe in the gaming section, and everyone hated him.
On September 25th, 2009, a community on Reddit would be created, and it would be called r/Carl H Programming. It was a place where a man going by the handle Carl H would teach anyone programming from beginner level all the way to advanced lessons. If you don't know much or anything at all about programming, let me be the first to tell you from experience that it is not an easy thing to learn. And for those of you who do know how to, I truly do envy you. Being that it is not a particularly
Thank you for another 10 gift subs,
subject,
Maki. Jesus
having
Christ.
the
Thank you,
opportunity
man.
to learn these things from an expert for free
Thanks, Carl.
seems to be like a win-win to most people. And that is exactly what Carl's community was directed at, even saying it in his page's bio. An archive for the series of free programming classes taught by Carl Harold, designed for beginners on up. Over time, Carl's audience and reputation increased, being known as a genuinely nice guy who was both informative and passionate about teaching and programming. He was even eventually named Redditor of the Day on July 26th.
That was a big day for
2012. All of that changed
Carl
in
takeover.
November of 2013. Things on Carl's page seemed to go silent. There were other Redditors out there commenting on prior posts and all seemed normal for the time, yet after days had turned into a week and still nobody had heard from the man himself, some people began to wonder if something was going on. His YouTube channel was as well silent, and it seemed he wasn't active on any social media. People chalked it up to him being busy with his personal things, or possibly he's sick, or maybe he just wanted to take a couple weeks off from life. None of those were the case, however. And for the people who lived in the Alabama area, they were the first to hear the truth. And the truth sent a shockwave that would devastate the community.
So did the community know he was named Carl Harold? Like they knew about him?
Information tonight in the case of a man charged with producing and distributing child pornography. WHNT News 19's Daniela Paralon joins us now live in Huntsville with those details. Daniela.
So I'm guessing Redditors knew this, knew him.
Charges of several child pornography-related charges just last month. Initially, law enforcement officials were tight-lipped about what those charges entailed, but tonight, court documents are showing what led to those charges. 3 charges equally disturbing. Carl Philip Harold has been charged with production of pornography with a minor, production and display of child pornography, and permitting a child to engage in pornography. Court documents show Harold is accused of knowingly producing, recording, and photographing images of a 9-year-old boy.
I imagine he got sentenced for life.
The video recorded the child as he was being sodomized and sexually tortured.
Jesus
Further
Christ.
charges accuse Harold of publicly sharing the videos and images of the sexual abuse.
Carl Harold was arrested for multiple counts of producing and distributing child pornography. He was as well responsible for holding a child captive for 8 months with no outside interaction nor schooling. Who he depicted in his child pornography and the child that was held captive was Carl's own son. Naturally, when the news broke on this, it quickly made its way to Reddit, since multiple news sources and law enforcement flocked to his page to investigate. And Redditors were absolutely shocked. At first, many thought they had the wrong person, as there would be no way it could be the same. Some flat out refused to believe a man this helpful and kind would be responsible for these heinous actions.
That's like the most Redditor shit of all time. This dude taught me how to program my HTML website once. There's no way he's a bad guy. Like, without fail. Like, that is like the most Redditor response to shit I could possibly imagine. Nope, it's the wrong guy. Feds got it wrong. We'll catch him.
Yet, as much as people didn't want to believe, it was still nonetheless true. And when people on the site started realizing and ultimately accepting that this was in fact the same Carl Harold, it quickly led to an internet crucifixion.
Yeah, the Redditor of the day got blasted, I bet. Oh. He killed himself, huh? Holy shit.
Which he deserved. His reputation ruined and facing multiple counts of child endangerment, torture, and a slew of other vile charges. Once he was arrested, it was quickly learned that he had a partner by the name of Charles Dunavant, who was as well charged with the same crimes, as he was fully taking part in these atrocious acts as well.
Was he a Redditor? Did he ever get Redditor of the day?
Both Harold and Dunavant were originally placed on a $150,000 bond, but that quickly went up to $1 million due to the nature of their crimes and how they were deemed a threat to society. Harold denied the allegations against him, and during several hearings, he was stated as being positive and in high spirits that he would win his case. How he felt this way, I have no idea, because from what I have read about the evidence against him, it was extremely overwhelming for a conviction. It was learned that the abuse began in August of 2011, and the reason he was discovered was due to the pictures of his son being found online, which the FBI saw and contacted Huntsville, Alabama law enforcement. And the investigation from this led to his arrest.
What was this comment? Hold on, I only caught like the end of this. I don't know what to say. This is fucking, I mean, goddamn. I guess we can unsubscribe now. I don't think you can use Reddit in prison, and if the allegations are true, I certainly don't want to read his shit. The first thing he thinks of is, I guess I should unsubscribe from the Reddit. Man, what a shame. I used to really like that Reddit. I guess I gotta unsubscribe from it. No updates coming on there.
From this led to his arrest. Faced with 18 counts in multiple states, the entire court proceedings were just getting started when in November of 2014, while in the middle of an extradition to New York, Carl Harold was found hanged in his jail cell. Carl Harold was dead. With his death, the case against him stalled and only cemented his guilt in the eyes of most of the public. Charles was eventually sentenced to a total of 56 years in prison, and even though many think he should have received the death penalty, knowing that he will spend the rest of his life, if he even makes it that far, in prison was solace to some, knowing these evil men would never be able to harm another child. There was a third man who was arrested for his involvement, named Mark Bedwell, yet I couldn't find anything on him in terms of court cases. The only information I could find was that he didn't live in the US. I couldn't find much information on Carl's son, and honestly, I'm thankful for that. The child has been through things that nobody should ever have to experience, and I think it would be best for him and his well-being to simply be left alone from all of this. Hopefully he has received treatment for the mental and physical abuse he suffered, and that he is on the road to improving his life, and leaving his dark past just there, in the past.
God damn.
There was an instance, though, where Reddit didn't seem to be done with Carl Harold. Or perhaps it was the other way around. In late 2018, a post was made on Reddit where the poster claimed to be Carl, and that he faked his death. And honestly, it's bullshit.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even want to entertain the idea that this monster could potentially be alive, and giving into that whole idea just fuels speculation, stirs a pot, and there is no need to just fuck it. What you could take away from all of this is that you truly can never know a person online.
Attention seeking knows
They may
no
seem genuine,
bounds.
nice, and even friendly. They may boost your ego, fill you with hope, and even maybe help you learn a new
Maybe
skill.
shrimp jazz.
But once they step away from their computer and enter back into their real persona, they could very well be someone you'd never want to meet beyond a computer screen.
Yeah, I'd never heard of this story.
I know that this story was not particularly a happy one, but to some, the outcome may have had a happy ending, so I guess you're welcome. But hey, if you like this content, if you like my video, if you liked my voice, if you liked the thumbnail, maybe consider subscribing. It lets me know that you actually enjoy this content, which is good for both of us.
It was a good video. I thought it was good. The most hated Reddit mod. Yeah, that was pretty fucking intense. Kaya talked about this on the podcast, but now I'm curious if there's a video on it. Has anyone kept up with the Gabby Petito subreddit and all of the drama that's unfolded there? If so, where can I find a full summation? To put it in a nutshell, I'm sure most of you know the Gabby Petito case. They created a subreddit to kind of Boston bomber it. So they created a subreddit of detectives to try and solve the Gabby Petito case and find Brian Laundrie. And then it quickly evolved into like fanfic and like badges rewarding active commenters and shit. That's what this kind of reminded me of. Not this story, but like the hated Reddit mods and shit. Thanks for the gift sub, Heaven. Someone said that there's a thread on Reddit with all of it. I don't want to just go through a Reddit thread. Let's see. There's the Prime Decano and Deshlong. Thanks for resub Kung Fu Carl. Reddit's the kind of thing everyone shits on but still uses. Yeah, it's like Twitter. 100%. I still use it. I shit on it all the time. Have you seen Weber Cooks? Of course. Twitter's worse. Twitter is worse. True. Brian was spotted literally 30 minutes away from my house. The fuck are you doing here then, Samuel? Go get him! What the fuck? Sam! Get out there! Thanks to the Prime Waldo. And the resub Fintry. Am I a prime Sigma male? I'd say so. I'd say I'm like the apex of Sigma males. Watch the video about the Venezuelan bots in the RuneScape? I've already seen that one. Thanks to the resub imitating, or intimidating. Watch more top 10 scary shit? Not tonight. I actually might call it a night. I'm getting tired. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. To everyone who donated, big thank you. Thanks for the resub. Kin90. To all the new subs, welcome aboard. The sub means a lot to me, so thank you for subbing. I really appreciate the generosity. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the evening. Let's see who's streaming. Well, Susu raided the other night. I'll toss you over to Susu. I'm not sure what she's doing tonight. Thanks again, everyone. I really appreciate the generosity, and I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy. See ya.